Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the first stream in this Women in Gaming event on this, the first of Pride Month. Yay! This will be a Dishonored RPG with these lovely people surrounding me on the screen. I am very awkward. I apologize. So let's start with a quick round of introductions, starting with Natalie.
Hey everybody, my name's Natalie. I use she, they pronouns, and I am playing Marky Rook today, who uses they, them pronouns.
All right, Day.
Hello everybody, I am Day or Katja. I use she, her pronouns, and I will be playing Mabel today, who also uses she, her pronouns.
Nox.
Hi y'all, my name is Nox. I use she, her pronouns, and I will be playing Vera Brightmore, who also uses she, her pronouns.
Diana.
Hola, I go by Diana Moon online. You can find me on Twitter at Diana Moon. I use she, her pronouns. I am playing Martine, who uses they, them pronouns.
And last but certainly not least, Dungeon.
Hello, I am Dungeon. I use they, she pronouns, and I will be playing Saber today. He uses she, her pronouns.
All right. And I'm Nev. I will be your outsider for today. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm just not very good at these promo things, but it's fine. First off, I would like to do some trigger warnings for this game. This game is a bit dark. The Dishonored setting in general is a little bit dark. If it's not for you, please prioritize your safety, click off, and go watch something else. In particular, there will be water and potential drowning. There will be rats, lots of very big rats. There will be disease and plague. There will be some violence and there will be some manipulation. We are keeping it PG-13 because Twitch, but be aware that there are some darker themes going on in this game. We do have safety tools. You will not see those. Those are private for us. Rest assured, all our players have been prepared with all the safety tools, and we have all their lines and veils. It's all good. So, it's a cold morning in Dunwall City. It's about a year after the chaos that was the coup and murder of Empress Jessamine last year. The new Empress and the new regime are attempting to rebuild the city after a terrible plague has ravaged the city for years, the rat plague, causing people to become very ill and eventually lose their minds, to which they more or less become zombies. The city is a city of extremes, extremely wealthy to extremely poor. Extremely tall buildings full of gold and marble, and shanty towns built on the side of the water for people who have nowhere else to go. In this city, we have a group of misfits trying to make their way in the world. So let's start with Dungeon. What does your character look like? Who are they? What does a typical day look like? And how would they try and find information on potential jobs to do?
Hello, I'm Saber. I am quite short in stature, and I have short hair, quite run-down clothes, but very easy to move in. I like to make a living by currying objects and information. So I would spend my day running across the rooftops of the city, delivering items here and there, and maybe stealing a secret or two.
And how would you go about keeping your ear to the ground, so to say?
Well, I would definitely avoid the rat zombies. That's for sure. But I would also I would try and eavesdrop on the more to-do people, the middle class, the upper class. See if there's any information going there, and also kind of put my ear to the ground in the slums just to see for safety. So the slums information is kind of like where not to go for the day, what's kind of dangerous, and then also if there's any like juicy secrets that the posh people don't want us to know about.
All right, good to know. Day, how about you introduce your character?
Mabel is also not very tall. Really quite terrible pockmarks over the side of her face, very recognizable, dirty blonde hair. She makes a living as a chameleon between, depending on who's asking, some merchants, maybe some gangs, maybe some individual crime lords, maybe somebody else, whoever in Dunwall would like some information sold. Because like Saber, I quite like to steal secrets, and or she does. And as a chameleon, I will infiltrate the place, copy whatever needs copying, maybe get caught, and if Mabel does get caught, she will be very happy to turn that into a new job opportunity because she sure has the info on the other guys as well. She would get her secrets, 1, from her contacts, and 2, from whatever contacts she has made over the course of her career. She's pretty new in this scheme, but she has kind of gotten a name for herself here and there. And some of you might know her as Marble Mabel.
Very cool. Diana.
Well, as Martine, it tries to look dapper whenever they can. They try to find like the nicer clothing and everything, but everything looks a little run down. They go for, depending on their mood, maybe something femme one day and something a little bit more masculine the other day. They are a courier. They have their own carriage. They spend all their money on getting the best carriage that someone would sell to them, honestly. They didn't get the best because they don't look the best, and the people are weird about that, I guess. And they do not just like people carrying, they do all kinds of carrying. They have a gentle rivalry with Saber, because they both grew up together as couriers, and they use they them, if I didn't mention that, sorry. It's early in the morning for me. And they like to hear the latest best of gossip, of any type of gossip. Doesn't matter if it's like low level gossip or really rumors about like, oh, did you hear about that one aristocratic family and such. They want to know everything. They try to talk to everybody. They are not necessarily the typical charismatic person, but they're someone that, you know, kind of like a bartender. You're comfortable chatting with them when you're writing with them and such.
All right, Natalie.
All right. Marky, older individual, probably looks even older with all the grime that's on them, very worn and weathered leathers and dark colorations of clothes, browns and blacks and grays. They look like they could clean up well, but honestly probably look better in their grimy state. Always has a face of just get through the day. But they're always looking for work, and they have that very much stature of, they look like they do the grunt work of being on the ground and will take a hit, having to basically be muscle when need to be the distraction when need to be the one to, you know, throw the first punch if need to be. Typically their kind of secrets or things they hear about town just comes from them being more of a observationalist, of hearing people whisper around, thinking that Marky may not be listening, but Marky's always listening.
All right, Nox.
So Vera is she's in her early 20s. She's kind of like in the middle ground of everything. She's not tall, but she's not short, you know. She's like medium build, kind of just unassuming. Yeah, that's the word. She has this long hair that's tied back into braids, like haphazardly, and she's just probably bent over a desk, like working on trying to fix something, messing with something that somebody gave her to like take apart and try to put back together, playing with a bunch of scrap pieces as she tries to make these things work.
All right. Each of you, in your own way, one cold spring morning, you, either in the slums or wherever you are listening to your customers or to people who think you might not be hearing them, you hear rumors that somebody's found something and it might be really big. What would you like to do to figure out if this rumor is true?
What is the rumor?
Rumor is there's a big treasure somewhere, and if you know the right person, you might be able to find a way to get there. But you have to know the right person.
I think Marquis, being a more brawling type, wouldn't really know how to find that kind of information, but he knows somebody. He's done work with somebody. That somebody is Saber. He's going to be looking around, seeing if he can catch any shadows on the rooftops running about.
Yay! That is me. I'd definitely be running about trying to, like, gotta know the right person. I probably know the right person. I just have to figure out who that person is. So I think, yeah, I'm going to be running around, checking in with everybody I know, checking my contacts.
All right. How are you doing that? Are you just talking to them? Are you...
Yeah, I think I'm going to just, in turn, try and find my usual people that I who give me jobs or I get things for them, and I'll probably just be very direct and ask them if they are the right person to talk to about treasure.
That sounds to me like talk forcefully.
Yeah.
Or perhaps
First session.
boldly. First
think-
roll of the session.
I think boldly. I'd like to talk boldly about treasure. Okay.
The difficulty is 1.
Cool. Nice. Let us give that a roll. And
Hey.
I got 3 successes. Hooray!
So since the difficulty was 1, that means you generate 2 momentum.
Excellent.
For the audience, momentum is a system in this game that you gain points by getting more successes than you need. And the group can then decide to spend those points on either extra dice, changing some aspect of the scene, or asking me a question that I have to answer truthfully about the scene. Within what your character would reasonably able to find out. So we have 2 momentum. Yay, well done. You do take some people aback by being so bold and obvious about it. People are used to most people are a bit more
Coy.
subtle and coy about what they want. But for one of the peddlers that you talk to, they find your boldness quite refreshing, and he decides to tell you that, well, there might be something over by the Golden Cat. They don't know what, but there seems to be
Ooh.
some kind of interest or kerfuffle going around the Golden Cat.
A kerfuffle, you say? Well, that's my favorite kind of thing. To the Golden Cat. And then, like, we just have the da-da-da screen with my face zoom out.
You would know the Golden Cat is very, very difficult to get into if you're not invited.
Oh.
The Golden Cat is the premier brothel. It is the highest class, most expensive, where all the richest people go. Either you walk in the front door because they know you're a rich person, or you have to find some other way in. And I believe you all might have some friends who can help you get in here.
We might be. Whom among us has such contacts?
Well, I don't know if Mabel specifically has contacts at the Golden Cat, but she sure is really good at infiltrating. So, having heard, would she already have heard that the stuff is at the Golden Cat, or are we still trying to figure that out?
I don't know. Have you told them?
I mean I could pass that along to the people I'm working with. Do I know Mabel? I might know you, Mabel. Do we know each other?
Yes. How
We
you
have-
know each other is up to you, but yes, you do know each other.
In
You all
passing.
know each other. As a group, you should all be aware of who each other is. How that connection works is up to you.
I would definitely tell my partners in crime because I am far too common to get into this place and I do not know anybody, so I'm going to need to enlist some help. So I would definitely pass that information along.
Well, having heard that it is at that everything is going down at the Golden Cat, which is how I imagine you presenting this.
We gotta go to the Golden Cat. Gotta go. There's treasure at the Golden Cat. Let's go.
Ooh. Having heard that, the first thing that I would do is try and fact check that information. So I would, or Mabel would try and get one of her contacts, who preferably somebody who knows that place specifically, and try to get just a confirmation, like, oh, is shit going down? Is everything going down? So I would like to try and do that.
Am I not trustworthy enough?
No.
We'll get back to you in just a second. Is there would anyone else like to do things too?
Yeah, I think Marky hearing this, they might be checking out to see if maybe any of the past jobs that they had to have a hand in protecting leading them to such places. Maybe if there's one that's going and needs a small crew to escort them, that could be a potential in.
Okay. Let's see. And what about Vera? Is Vera doing anything?
I feel like Vera's thing would have been trying to find out. Would she maybe have blueprints or access to blueprints in case they're not able to just get in, that she could just find an entrance in?
Do you have blueprints?
I have my own blueprints.
In your gear?
I have experimental blueprints. I don't know if
Those
it's exactly
those
blueprints
are
of
inventor blueprints for machines, I believe, not blueprints for specific buildings. You could go looking for them.
Yeah, can I go looking
City
for
Hall
them?
or something like that. That sounds like a. One second. Where's my? Oh. That sounds like a study check of some sort. But let's get back to Day. I believe you're doing some kind of talk check.
Yes, I guess so. I guess I would be going past my contacts and pretty subtly. Sorry, I have appeared to have lost my character sheet for a moment. I found it. I would try and do a talk check, yes, and I would probably do this pretty either cleverly or quietly, not trying to alert everybody that everything is going down yet, but just quietly fact check this information.
Okay. Do you have a focus that applies?
I might have a negotiate focus that applies.
You're not really negotiating.
No,
You're
maybe
just trying to get information.
yeah, maybe innuendo then? I'm not sure.
Innuendo would work if you're trying to be double speak and not really.
Yeah,
You
not
are trying
really
to talk around it, unlike
Yeah.
Saber.
Sure. So that would be a quiet talk check with a focus of 3, right?
Difficulty 2. I forgot
Ooh.
to say. Sorry.
Yay!
Hey! Another momentum.
Nice.
Yeah, you find being formerly a maid, you know where to find maids that may have been let go or are disgruntled at their former employers, or servants talk. They always do.
Other people I can relate to.
Yes. You will find a former workmaid at the Golden Cat who no longer works there because, well, she's a little cagey as to why exactly she's not working there anymore, but she
Well,
doesn't
we're
work
not
there
asking
anymore.
that question today.
So she tells you that it seems that some client left something there to help find something else, like a map or a list. She doesn't know exactly, but she knows that clients may have left something there, and one of the girls might have that thing. Maybe.
And as Mabel is hearing this, she is gonna ask about, oh, so do you know which ones of the girls? What name should I be asking for here? If you're willing to share that at all.
I don't know. I don't work there anymore. They didn't tell me that much.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Who did tell you?
Oh, one of the maids, They don't tell the maids anything, but their dormitory is right behind the silver room, so, they overhear things sometimes.
So the client was in a silver room.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I think that is quite a lot to go off, and I imagine that we are in a bar or something like that.
Presumably.
I would like to pay for her drink.
That will be a coin. If you have any.
I think I still had some coin left over. I did not write my coins downstream. Sorry, this is my first time playing a Dishonored game, so I do know that I had some coin left over, but
All right, you pay for her drink, and she thanks you. And
Great.
if you do find something big, maybe throw some to us rejected maids, yeah?
yeah, we can probably meet up again, and I'll let you guys know if I do find anything. And with this information, I would like to quickly go past all my current partners. Let's not say in crime immediately, and just go tell them this new information.
Let's see. We had Martine, who was doing something.
Yeah.
So Martine has their own connections, of course, and everything. But why use their connections when Saber was using their own connections? So as soon as they heard it was at the brothel, they immediately went to the brothel using their disguise kit to just go in as one of the workers. So what do I have to roll to do that?
That's extremely risky, considering the Golden Cat only has a handful of very high-class sex workers working there. They will know everyone by face. It will be very difficult to disguise yourself just as a random girl. You will have to pick a specific girl that you want to imitate and hope that she's not there right now.
Yeah, makes sense. I'd probably choose someone who, at the very least, have the same kind of frame, as close to this frame to me. Obviously, so then that way it's a little bit easier.
Also, hope she's not there, or organize that she's not there.
I was gonna say, is it about to be
Well, you know, that this establishment is run by Madame Prudence, and she runs a very tight ship. So make a, I'm gonna say difficulty 2 check to see if you can find anyone who looks even remotely similar to you.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm double checking because I am leaning on my sanguine outlook. That's why I'm being a little bit impetuous here. Yeah, I will use early on. Why not? I will use my void point because I have reckless drive. To add 3d20 to a skill test.
Sorry, say that again?
I'm gonna use my void point because I have reckless drive to add three d20s to my skill check.
Wow, okay.
Because yeah, why not? So this would be probably a study, right? A boldly study?
Yes, this is some kind of study test. I don't know how you're trying to figure out which girl looks like you.
Oh, well, being a courier, you have to know by looks people's like weight and size and to determine whether or not you're going to have to. Well, back before I had a carriage, of course, you know, hardcore parkour across things. Have to know like shapes and sizes. Can they squeeze into like, you know, this tight alleyway? Is this box rat proof? You know, so how hardy they are. So I'm just like, it's very much Sherlock Holmes like movie kind of like analyzation going on here. So let's see. So I will
Okay, I will say difficulty 3 then. Trying to determine at a glance if someone is your size.
yeah. So I spent the void points, so that gives me 3 more, so that's a total of 5 dice. If I'm doing this correctly, the dice pool on.
Mhm.
And then focus rating stays at 1 because I'm not using a specific of my focus, correct?
Unless you have one that applies.
I don't think so, unless innuendo, but
Not really. You're not really talking to them.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Oh, that will give me away too easily. So, okay, so yeah. 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. And a complication.
And a complication.
So 2 successes is not quite enough, and you get a complication. I can offer you succeed but add another complication, or you fail and have to find another way. which I believe
Yeah,
Vera was going
I
to work
can
on.
juggle complications. I'll take the 2 complications.
Okay. Before we do that, let's see if Vera is successful in finding some blueprints. Trying to give everyone a bit of a chance to do something here. Make some kind of study check. I don't know what you're doing. I don't if you're just asking, if you're going into the records yourself.
I'm going to say, yeah, she's just straight up like walks into City Hall, is like looking. When somebody asks her what she's doing, she goes, "Oh, I'm looking for blueprints for the cat, the golden cat place."
Why?
So boldly.
They ask you why.
Because I like knowing blueprints of different places.
Make a talk
No.
boldly, I guess. Check.
Okay. So that's
Difficulty
2D.
2.
Come on, dice.
Okay.
I believe in you.
I'll use the foundry. How'd that go? Oh, it doesn't. Is the focus rating 1?
Unless you have a focus that applies.
Society? No. Society wouldn't work.
Not really.
Firearm, can I shoot them?
No.
Damn it. Then no.
Oh no!
Okay, so you fail to convince them that you're just looking for the sake of looking. So they sort of look at you suspiciously and go, "Well, I don't think you're telling me the whole truth there, lady."
Can I shoot them?
In the middle of a public service building?
No. That's fair. That's fair.
I like
Probably
the idea that you say one thing and they're like, "Wait a second, this seems suspicious," and it's just.
I also
50
like how-
eyes, bang.
I also like how that's your only issue with this, that it's in a public service building. That's the only holdback.
Well, her other thing is medicine, so she was gonna help them afterwards. Also, to point out her truth is help others in whichever ways you can. Just
I mean,
shoots a person
all they're
if it
doing right
helps.
now is being slightly suspicious of you. You can still convince them or find a way to convince them to let you.
That's fair. That's fair. Let me look at my talent, see if that helps.
You could try and bribe them. You could try and just be like, "Hey, there's this girl I really like at the Golden Cat. I just want to see if I can find her."
That
I
sounds
don't
like
know.
it involves a lot of talking, which is literally the only one that's a 4.
Well, the other option is you leave and you find another way to do
No,
this.
I want to do it like this. It's fine. I'll talk.
Maybe it could be like a study. You could be like, "Okay, look, I'll live with you. I'm trying to build my own brothel. It's going to be rad, but I need the blueprints because I'm basically just copying it."
Yeah, you know what? It's good. I'm gonna do that. I'll be like, look, I'm trying. I think the layout, from what I've seen on the outside, is really cool, and there's a girl in there that I really want to impress. But I can't get in through the front door, so I'm trying to find if there's another way in. She's like smoking hot, dude. You gotta help me out here.
They make a, I don't know, I guess study check if you start to like overwhelm them with like engineering facts.
And like, okay, so there's like probably a trap door or something, and like, you know, the building was built in this year, and so I was really thinking that, you know, maybe if we go underneath, there has to be a passageway to go underneath. So I was really thinking that if we keep doing this, and maybe I could find a way in, and maybe if I go through the sewer, but I don't know how the sewer would work. So
They're just sort of nodding confusedly. Make some kind of study check. I
I'm gonna say
guess
that's studying
quick,
forcefully.
swiftly, or forcefully would work since you're trying to overwhelm them.
All right. God. That's a 17 and a 4.
Remember, you have both momentum and void points to spend on things if you need to.
God, I really wish I just shot him. So
I have to warn you, shooting someone in a public building generates a shit ton of chaos, which I will then throw back at your face. So just
it
be
would be
aware.
funny. It would be funny. I don't want to spend momentum because that's like a group thing. I'll spend a void point.
Okay.
Yeah. So here's my void point. Please
do
let
you
me
want to
succeed.
give yourself an automatic crit, or do you want to re-roll?
Automatic crit. Let's just. I should not be rolling on Foundry. I'm going to be using my own dice. It was a mistake.
Okay.
I thought I had to do a lot more math than I really did, and I can barely see the numbers on the dice anyway. So you know what? We're just gonna
All right.
automatically.
So you give yourself a crit. You succeed at just overwhelming them with a shit ton of facts and nonsense, and just they're just sitting there going, okay, and they just sort of wander off, letting you rifle through the blueprints.
Awesome. All right. I'm definitely gonna be looking for the blueprints for the golden cat. Is that another roll?
That would be a difficulty 1 study roll, yes, to see if you can find them.
Okay. I'm gonna study forcefully. Just throwing shit
throwing
around.
them all out of the drawer and
Yeah, it's like I know I'll clean this up eventually. I'll come back. Don't worry about it. And is there anything? Resilience doesn't help me here. Wow, I wish I had picked my focuses better. Okay, nope, this is fine. Okay, no.
no successes?
No successes. It wasn't good.
Okay. So you
I
rifle
tried.
through and just make a big mess, and in the end, you still don't find them. It occurs to you, it's possible someone got here first. Maybe that's why you didn't find them.
Now I'm wishing I shot the guy.
Then we're going back to Martine, who has some complications happening as they're trying to disguise themselves as a girl. Let's call her Briar. And you're trying to disguise yourself as Briar, and you're trying to time it so that she isn't currently in the Golden Cat. She's gone home, or it's it's a day off. The first complication is, let's see, what can I do to mess with you? Let me give it a second to think. Oh, you didn't give your contacts any names. Okay. Let's see. Well, you successfully disguise yourself. That part you do. But you can't bring any equipment with you because, the people who work there don't wear a lot of clothes. So you wouldn't be able to conceal anything on your person. You don't have your equipment on you. The first complication you run into is Madame Prudence herself, who sees you walking in and sort of walks up to you. She is a fairly old woman in her 70s somewhere. She looks still glamorous, where you can tell that when she was in her 20s and 30s, she must have looked absolutely stunning. She's got bright red dyed hair and a fancy dress on. The Golden Cat itself is a beautifully decorated building. Damask fabrics line the walls and the ceilings. It's one of the few places you can find actual greenery that's, healthy and fine looking outside of the wealthy aristocrat houses. The guard doesn't really question it. The guard lets you in. They don't really think about it. But Madame Prudence comes up to you and goes, "Briar, what are you doing here? It's your day off."
I heard there was some new clients coming in today. And I figured, well, a little extra work wouldn't hurt, right?
Make a talk cleverly check. Difficulty 1.
I feel like the fan is helping.
It is excellent, yes. Props are always good.
Very good.
Would etiquette count here?
Yes. Yes, it would.
Yeah. Focus rating 3. Okay. Roll. More complications.
More
Jesus.
gosh. But you gain a momentum. You only needed 1 success. So she
For chat, I
seems
got
a
a
bit
20 and a 2.
Yeah. She seems a bit surprised that you're willing to do extra work, but extra work is always good for the boss. So she sort of waves you off. Well, all right, darling. There's not really any new clients in here, but at least not today. But more work is always good. Go on. Check which room isn't occupied.
Thank you, madam.
And as you go up the carpeted staircase, everything's in red velvets and golden damasks, and it's just the most luscious interior you can imagine, while also having lots of naked pictures of people on the walls. Because not all of the workers here are women, of course. They have all kinds. So as you head up the stairs, you realize you have no clue where to go. You've never been in here before. You get to the top of the stairs and you're like, there's a staircase that way, there's a staircase that way, there's a door that way, there's a hallway that way. You have no clue where you're going. You don't know anything about this building or the people in it, really.
I think I just take my time, like just wandering. Like it is technically my day off. It doesn't mean I have to get right to work, So I'm just meandering, like smelling the grass because I've never smelled grass before. Like, whoa, what the heck? And for once, it's not a euphemism. It's actual grass. And just like also on the lookout because I'm like, I know Saber will eventually get in here, and then I can just jump off of that, and everybody else will eventually get in. But if I can find something, so yeah, it's just more like meandering and like just like because I don't have a client right now.
Make a move, some kind of move check to avoid getting in people's way or annoying any of the guards running around, because there's a lot of them. This place is very well guarded. And if you're just loitering around, some of them might start asking questions. Difficulty.
Yeah, makes sense.
Difficulty 2, let's say.
Okay, I think I'll be carefully moving. Would innuendo at all? I'm still like trying to understand the focus.
Innuendo is when you're doing like double speak and talking around a thing that you're trying to get at.
Okay.
If you're sending secret messages to someone, yes, but that's not really what you're doing here.
No, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so probably just no focus then. So yeah, carefully move. 1 success, but no complications.
Okay, so you do actually get in people's way. People get slightly annoyed at you. Some of the girls are like, "Why are you here on your day off trying to like brown nose Madame Prudence?" Like some of them are a little miffed at you.
They're just
Which-
jealous, of course.
Because now they feel like they have to come in their day off too because you did. So they're not very happy about that. And with the complication, because I believe we had 3 complications. So the third one is
Oh yeah.
you decide to head down a staircase, and you weren't really looking at the signs, so you end up in the the bathing room right in front of the steam room. There are some naked people in there, and one of the clients waves you over.
Excellent. Yeah, we'll go over. Maybe I can get some information. Hopefully.
Okay. Well, you know the kind of thing that clients want in this place. Are you willing to provide that? Or are you just trying to talk to this person?
Yes, and like try to do the bare minimum while chatting with them. You know, like give a little bit of a tease and everything.
Okay.
And yeah, like I would be willing. But at the same time, it's mainly like I'm here on a mission, technically.
Right.
So quickly as possible, kind of thing.
Make a talk cleverly check to try and like make him not upset at you for being a little impatient.
Would negotiate work here?
Yes, I think in this particular case. And I'm talking around it because we're on Twitch. I can't really go into
Yeah.
anything else, so
It might be swiftly more than clevery.
Oh my god, this Foundry likes
Oh
me
my
doing 20s
gosh.
Oh
apparently.
no, Foundry has not been kind to us today.
well,
There's so many
complications just
natural
make things
20s.
interesting, you know.
This would be good under any other system.
It's all for the
So-
games, guys. It's all scripted complications to make the stream better.
So you realize the guy is fairly drunk, and you manage to extricate yourself from him pretty quickly without him really noticing. You are now wet, though. Having been in the water, you are dripping water everywhere. You don't know where the towels are or where to get changed or cleaned up. And let's see, what complication will I add? I'm kind of at a loss here. What complication would any of you have a suggestion for a complication here?
This was somebody else's client and they just missed their appointment.
Yeah, fair enough. You get out of the water, and you're still sort of dripping, looking around for a towel, and then another woman, one of the workers, you don't know who she is, she comes out and just well, she's really not happy that because she saw that you got out of the bath with the client she was supposed to be with, and she sort of starts not shouting, but in a whispering way, just telling you off, and kind of starting a kerfuffle with you.
Yeah, this is fine. This is fine.
This really sucks for Briar when she gets back to work.
Yeah.
Right now, we ruined this
Oh
woman's whole
no,
day.
poor Briar.
We
I was
really
thinking
messed with her
Briar.
livelihood.
Everyone's gonna
no.
hate Briar.
I'll have to make it up to this Briar person later.
Victim number
but-
1.
Yeah, I think like we could just cut away with Martine just very much trying like ladies, please. We can talk this out. And like backing up in a corner, not caring that they're like, half naked and wet.
Make some kind of talk check, I guess. I don't know specifically what you're trying to do. Or you can just
be
run away.
Actually, no, talk is better. Actually, yeah. I think I'm like, yeah, please, and then just kind of do like that scene in Aladdin when he was like with all the women, and then he just like kind of jumps out the window. I'm gonna do something like that. So I'm gonna do a boldly move to like just get out of here.
You are in the basement now, so you will have to go back up the stairs and find your way back out. Free running will apply. You're trying to get out of here as fast as possible. I would say difficulty 2.
Okay. Make sure I checked everything correctly. I did boldly move. Focus 2. Okay, 2 successes, no complications.
There you go. So
Yay!
you dripping wet and your disguise sort of starting to slip. You're just like, okay, I need to leave. And you just turn and book it. And all of them are a bit too stunned and not really in the mindset of like having to chase you. None of the guards upstairs have any idea what's happening. They just see one of the workers running around. They don't really, they're just there to make sure none of them get hurt. So you get out. You unfortunately haven't succeeded in getting anything, but you get out of this situation. Do you want to get out of the building altogether, or you want to just get to another part of the building?
Just get to another part, and like hopefully I'll hear some of my fellow partners in crime eventually. Like I believe in them; they'll get in.
All right. So you find a corner in the staff section to hide in. You just pick a door, and by sheer luck you end up in the like staff stairway. And we'll cut there to the rest of the group.
Yeah.
Do we know that Martin has gone in?
Do they?
I think because again the friendly rivalry. I think I told everyone but Saber.
So mean.
Damn.
Okay.
Seeing as this is taking quite a while now, could I try or could Mabel try and get in, because this is taking too long. Something has gone wrong.
Make some kind of study check to see if you can figure out a way in without going through the front door. Difficulty 1.
All right. I will carefully make my way around the building and make a careful study check, and just take in all the windows, all the possibilities. Can I use stealth as a focus for this to quietly and carefully sneak my way around? Right, I have a stealth focus of 4.
Hey, you're at full momentum now, and you can't get any more, and it will go down. Actually, it has to go down 1 because we switched scenes.
Oh, right. We have to spend momentum.
Yes, because it goes down on its own if you're not using it.
So can I use what are the possibilities for using a momentum point again?
Well, you don't need to right now. You succeeded. Well succeeded. Let me get the list. Let's see. You can spend it by buying d20s. You spend 1 momentum for 1 d20 added, and then 2 momentum for another 2 d20 if you want more dice to your thing. You can create a truth, changing an aspect of the scene to make things easier for yourselves. or you can ask me a question. I have to give you a truthful answer according to what your character would be able to discover in that situation and from your skill test.
Okay.
That costs 1 momentum to ask me a question. It takes 2 momentum to change a truth.
I am considering using a momentum point. I am just not 100% sure how. Can I spend momentum points to make it a truth that the window that Mabel picks leads into the staff hallway? So I find Martin and meet up with them immediately.
Martine.
Sorry, Martine. My bad. I have it written down.
I would say you can find a window that leads to the staff area. Yes, not necessarily directly to Martine, but to the staff area. Yes, you can do that.
Great. Then I would like.
It is around the back of the building, which hangs out over the water of the Wrenhaven River.
Okay.
So
that
you'll
is,
either have to climb up or go in through the sewers.
I think I will climb up. Thank you.
Okay, that would be a move check of some kind.
I would like to again carefully, really planning out my way first, even taking a look, maybe writing it down, and then just really surely, just carefully pick my way up.
Okay. Difficulty 2.
Can I still use stealth for this?
Yes. Is anyone following Maple? Anyone else sneaking in?
I'll say Vera will try.
Yay, buddies.
Okay.
I have 2 successes.
Well done.
How do the modifiers work again?
The focus just means that you have a higher chance of hitting a critical.
No, I mean for skills and styles. Like some are 6, some are 4, some are 5. What's the difference?
You add them together. You add whatever skill and style together. That's the number you're rolling under.
Oh, then I've been doing this so wrong. Oh my god, I thought we had to get 3, like the number 3 this whole time. You were saying how many we needed. I've been playing this game wrong so
That would be unreasonably difficult.
That's why I was like, oh my god, we're never gonna do
if you have a 6 and a 4, your number to roll under would be 10. For instance.
I've been playing for an hour. I just figured out how the game works.
No worries. It is a bit of a twist.
All right, so yeah, I'm going to move swiftly. Okay. It doesn't matter, I still didn't get it, but I was a lot closer this time. I'm going to spend momentum so that I can just do it. Like to add an extra dice.
You can add you can't spend momentum after the dice have already been rolled.
Okay. Never mind.
You can buy them before the check.
Got it.
Since you didn't know that, I'll give you a chance now if everyone's okay with Nox spending a momentum to get an extra die.
Oh, yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
Go for it. We gotta use this stuff.
Yeah, I hope it works. No. My dice is too nice to me. I got a 17. This would have been great if it was any other game.
Okay. So you try and climb up and you just can't do it. You're not, unlike Mabel, you haven't had experience of like doing physical labor that much. So trying to haul yourself up to a window over the river just isn't working.
Can I try and assist them at all?
I'm gonna say no because everyone's already rolled.
Fair enough. Next time, If I were to assist somebody, how would you like to have that
So
set?
So assisting is totally doable. One person is the leader, and everyone else rolls a single die to see if they contribute any successes to the leader.
Mm. Okay,
That's how that
good to know
works.
for next time.
How about Marquis? Is Marquis or Saber doing anything?
Oh, Arky's plan was to try and get like a job to escort somebody in there. He knows people, he owes people, and probably would try to talk his way into saying like, "Hey, I heard helping escorting or guarding the golden cat is lucrative. It pays well." That way he can try and get a guard position to let the others in through to try and make an opening through him.
Okay. Make some kind of talk check. Difficulty 1, I think, because you have a reputation for protecting people.
Yeah. I think I'd be pretty bold about it. I'm just trying to find work, and I hear this is good, and people who know me know I have debt to pay, so why not go
Okay.
there? So talk boldly. I have nothing for rating, so
All right.
that is 2
well done.
successes.
Before we get to that, we seem to be having some technical issues in the background, so we're going to go to a very quick break to make sure that everything is going all right with everyone. Producer, if you wouldn't mind. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back. Technical gremlins, as you do. We were getting into people sneaking into a back window. Vieira failed. You didn't get a complication, so you didn't fall and hurt yourself. You just didn't manage to climb up. And then we got to my bad. We got to Marquis, who just successfully talked their way into being a guard at the Golden Cat for the evening. And you are led in and given a uniform.
Sweet.
And you're just you're told like stay away from that section. You know, don't go into the rooms when they're occupied. You are told all the client rooms have lights on the outside to show you whether the room is occupied or not. There is a red light if that is turned on. If the room is currently occupied, don't go in those.
On air.
Right.
Madame Prudence is somewhat enamored by a guard who is far closer to her age than most of the other guards.
Fair.
So she doesn't do anything. She just smiles and is happy to have a guard who isn't a young buck, so to say.
I'm here to work, not for the girls. We're good.
Well, yes, if you were here for the girls, we would have a problem, wouldn't we?
Yeah, I wouldn't want a problem with you, madam.
Very good, very good. You are told to guard the sort of atrium, where you can see from the ceiling this greenery coming down from the top floor. And it creates this beautiful like canopy covering a bunch of velvet benches and a fountain, and just where the clients can just hang out with the girls instead of, you know, having specific rooms for specific things. So you're just kind of wandering around. What would you like to do?
Yeah, as I wander, do I notice like any, like, is the atrium area more on the ground floor, or is it upper, like, top floor?
Now it's the whole American versus a European thing. For me, it would be the ground floor is the reception, first floor is the atrium.
Okay. I think at least like on like my guard patrol, I'll be getting close to any windows, seeing where they look out to, And I feel Marquis would at least have a distinctive like song whistle that the rest of the group would recognize, that if they ever sounded it off, they know, oh, that's where Marquis is. And I'd probably just do that quick little whistle looking around.
Hell yeah. Can we have
Okay.
can we have whistles for all of the group, because that's really cool.
If you want to, sure. It's
Yeah,
up to you how
Marquis
you identify.
isn't- He would have told everybody what they can do.
Nope.
All right. Then we cut to Saber. What is Saber doing? Sneaking in?
Yes, I'd like to
Uh,
catch up to everybody sneaking in through the sneaking in through the window, please.
All right. That is a move check of some kind. It's up to you how you climb the window. It is a difficulty 2.
I would like to use my incredible mastery of parkour and free running and to just forcefully kick my way into the window.
Oh, the window's open. And
Yeah, I
Mabel's
meant,
already
like, you know,
Mabel's already gone up there.
Foot first.
I am halfway in.
So
Foot in
move
there.
move quickly or boldly?
Boldly will work. Can I use my free running
Yes.
focus? Thank you very much.
Nope. I'm imagining Mabel just gently sliding this window open and carefully leaning in, and you're just boom.
Bang.
Oh.
Ooh.
So that is not a success, unfortunately.
Not quite.
So like Vieira, you try and stylishly free run your way up, and you just can't.
I was
It
too
just-
stylish.
It's just a bit too far over the water than you thought it was, and
Oh.
you get a little nervous, and you just like, nope, that didn't work. Whoops, and you're just sort of still on the. You get back to the dry.
Oh.
To the street. Complication would have been falling in the water. You did not roll a complication, so be happy about that.
Hooray!
Mabel just gently sticks her head out of the window, and it's just like, really?
It's high up.
It is.
Climb
like-
better.
It's like
I am doing
it's
this like stage whisper.
Climb better. Get
Oh,
us a rope.
Yeah.
Do you got one?
Oh,
Get us a
I
rope.
do. I do. I have climbing tools.
You have climbing tools.
I have climbing
Didn't
tools.
you say?
Look,
Oh.
I forgot. I just wanted to see if I could do it without the climbing tools, and the answer was
Okay.
no.
with
Fair
the
enough.
climbing tools. You can try again. Difficulty 1.
Yay!
Yay!
So can Vieira once you've
Thank
got the
God.
climbing tools up there.
Yeah, we get the rope that I had this entire time.
Mabel just sees you take the rope out, and it's just like,
I'm just imagining
had that.
I'm just imagining Saber just trying to show off, and then just sadly pulling the rope out of their pack and just being
Yeah.
like, "Okay,
Yes.
I guess we'll do it the normal."
It's a very sad.
I
day.
got one
don't usually
success.
need this.
Cool.
Okay.
If Mabel is gonna like lean out of the window to show that she could probably catch a rope that you throw her.
You
Awesome.
don't need to. Saber expertly manages to put the little make the little footholds visible, and chalks her hands, and manages to attach the rope in a way that Vieira can also climb up. So the three of you are now standing on the second floor landing of what looks to be the staff quarters, or
We
where
climbed
the
2
the
floors?
dormitories.
Yeah,
It's a
we
really
climbed
climbed 2
long
stories.
rope.
we
Yes.
climbed 2 floors because I made the scene such that we are in the staff quarters.
Nice.
And you just jumped in. You
I
jumped
gently lowered myself and stealthily landed here. Mabel is going to try and find whatever partner in crime she can, really.
When you all three are standing there, you hear Marquis whisper from the other side of the wall. A little bit far away, but you can hear him.
Ooh.
I'm gonna make a note of that because we are missing one more person. Mabel's gonna try and look for Martine real quick, just because one of us
Martine,
is in.
what are you doing? You ended up on the first floor landing of the staff stairs. What do? You go up, you go down. Where are you going? You hear Martine's whistle outside, back in the atrium.
Yeah, I guess I would instinctually go towards the whistle, one of the whistles, and be like, okay. Like I tried to wring out what was left of my clothing, the water and everything, and just I got this, and just head purposely towards oh, I've been called, kind of thing.
Okay.
Mabel probably would have, hearing that whistle, would actually probably have whistled back her own whistle. Can I do that now?
Okay.
So I whistle my response.
Martine, you can hear Marquis' whistle out in the atrium, and you can hear Mabel's whistle from further up the stairs from where you are.
Probably after everything, safer bet go up the stairs.
Okay. You reconnect with everyone else.
You
look out, and it seems there is no staff here right now. So you're all just quietly on the second floor landing.
Did you know they have real plants here?
What happened to you?
Of course they do.
First of all.
No. I had a run-in with a client in the bath, and everything's fine.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just a little wet, a little, I'll be fine.
Tell me more about these plants.
They smell so good. They kind of just ramble off a little bit about the plants they got to smell.
Amazing.
While this conversation about plants is going on, while making notes of those plants, because Mabel makes notes of everything. I've been told that whoever had this paper was in the silver room. Is that a class of room, or is that or near the silver room? Is that a class of room, or silver room as in a room where silverware is kept?
You don't know. You've never been here before.
Oh. Mabel sure is racking her brain about that.
I can tell you where the baths are. That's about it, unfortunately.
Well, that is definitely more than one thing, because then we also know where the baths aren't. You are dripping all over this carpet.
There's no carpet here. If this is the staff stairs, it's just wood.
It's just plonk, 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 plonk. Mabel is definitely gonna try to figure out, maybe using focus, oh wait, I don't have society. Never mind. I was going to try and use society to try and figure out what the most possible place for this client or this map item. But maybe I'm saying this out loud and VR just catches onto this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I do it? Can I roll with society to try?
Sure. I am saying, now that you're all in here, I am making an alertness track with 8 segments. You will want to avoid filling this up by drawing attention to yourselves. When this is full, shit hits the fan and you need to leave.
Gotta be sneaky. Sneaky.
Good to know. Good to know. Well, that's what I'm here for.
All right. So what should I roll then?
What are you doing?
We are trying to ascertain what the most probable position is of this item that would have been here.
Some kind of study.
An etiquette study check?
Yeah.
I'm gonna study swiftly. somehow, and I'm going to use society.
Difficulty 2.
Okay, and my society has a focus of 3. That does what again?
Can I try and aid with this roll?
Yes, you can.
So that would mean for me to
You
just roll.
You don't have to make the same roll. You can make a different roll. Just say how you're trying to help Viera figure this out.
Then I am absolutely going to sorry, I'm just looking at my focuses because I keep thinking that I have a focus, which I do not. I am going to cleverly study the layout of this building. I have been a servant before. I know where the servants' quarters are. I know where the entrances are. What is the layout of this building? I just studied it from the outside. I climbed it.
So how it works with assistance is one person, Viera, is the leader. You roll your skill check as normal.
Mhm.
A focus of 3 means a 1, 2, and a 3 is a crit. And tell me if you roll more successes than 2, because that generates momentum. Everyone else who wants to assist rolls 1d20 with whatever skill and style you're using to try and help Viera figure this out. Any successes you roll will add to Viera's successes. Any complications you roll will also count.
Okay. Does Viera need to roll first?
Yes.
So I only roll 2 dice, right?
You roll 2 dice, yes.
Yeah, so I got 2 successes.
Okay.
That was almost a failure,
Another
but
success?
almost a complication, but I added a success.
Anyone else want to assist?
I unfortunately am just trying to dry off, so I will be more
sneaky
as we move forward.
So what's the check that's being done, just so I can try and think of a way to assist?
They're trying to figure out, using just logic and what they've seen of the building so far, to figure out where this item might be, where the silver room might be, how to find their way around.
At this point we are drawing a map, in a notebook, using some of my paper, etc. It's like that.
Could I use Streetwise to logic? Or it's
No. In this particular case, because it's such a high class building, I don't think so.
Cool. Then I don't think I have much to help. I'm just gonna smile and nod.
All right. Then we get 3 successes. That's 1 more than you needed, so well done. So yeah, you can sort of, while this place isn't built like a house, it is, it's a business. It's built very differently than most houses. Having experience with how rich people like to do things does help. And from what little Martine has seen, you can sort of extrapolate from there where stuff might be. Silver being less than, say, gold means it's probably on the first floor around the atrium.
Yeah, because the second floor is
where these items might be kept, if they're not being kept in the silver room or by one of the girls, would be perhaps Madame Prudence's office, which is presumably somewhere along this staff staircase. Probably closer down, because she is an older woman and probably doesn't want to climb 3 stories of stairs every day. On that note, we are going to need to take a little bit of a break, just a really quick one. 5 minutes, I think. And we'll see you in a bit.
See you soon.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Yes, our intrepid bunch have succeeded in figuring out where would be the best place to find the silver room, and where the madam's office might be, and those are the 2 places you think you might be able to find these things. Alternatively, you could always try and find the worker who actually has the things, which would be upstairs in the dormitories.
I feel like
Question,
the
would it
DM is
feel
trying
like-
to give us a hint.
Would it feel like I know inherently that my cover is blown, or does it feel like I could still probably pull off being this worker?
You've made a bit of a mess. But if they haven't been out in the public rooms, they might not know yet.
Okay, because yeah, I feel like I would attempt to, and then anyone to come with me, to go into the dormitories and start searching, since I technically am still undercover.
I could, yeah, I'll join on that just because Mabel does not want to see you go alone and do this.
What? You don't trust me anymore, Mabel?
I think Mabel has some trust issues. Mabel didn't trust me at the beginning of this adventure.
You think I trust you now?
But I mean, why not? We found some information. We all climbed through the window together.
Mabel
I feel
let
like
me fall
this
out a
is-
window.
Yes.
I did not let you fall out of a window.
Did you try to help
You
me?
fell out. How would you have liked me to help you here?
Pull me up. Find a rope.
And I found a rope.
You had a rope.
You found a rope.
I found a rope.
No, you had a rope. I saw it. I saw.
I
you
didn't
pull it
have a
from your
rope.
side bag.
They had a rope. Before
Probably-
we knew
That
they had
sounds
a-
like a you issue, Vera.
You should have.
Oh, I
Vera,
should have.
we can discuss this after.
Yes, actually, that. Sorry, I'm. Let us hurry.
Since you were all kind of shouting at each other,
Oh,
I'm going
yeah,
to
no,
add.
fair enough. Yeah,
I'm going to
fair
add
enough.
Do
one-
I hear all this on my guard, like walking about after my
I'm
muscle?
going
Like,
I'm going to add 1 box to the aletness track.
No, fair enough.
Completely
You
forgot about
deserve
that right after you
deserve that.
introduced it.
It's only 1 box out of 8, but it's there. Yeah, if you're really listening, because you have been told roughly where the staff areas are, if you're really like standing against a wall to listen, you can hear them muffled behind the wall.
kids. All right.
How old are you actually? How old do you appear? Might be the better question.
Yeah, I said for description wise,
40s,
like
right?
I look a lot older than I truly am because of the grime. So I look like I'm more in my 50s.
Oh, okay. Great.
So just
Disappointed dad energy.
yeah. Yeah, I guess if anyone else in the atrium doesn't notice, especially if any of the other guards, which I wouldn't note, I'd be trying to kind of patrol my way towards the quarters as a like path to make sure everything is good as a guard. And then, what the hell, people, were you doing? You're being loud.
Um,
Sorry.
okay, make some kind of move check.
All right, I will move, and I'll be swift about it because I don't want people to really take note of me.
Mm-hmm.
Do a swift move. Ba, ba, ba. 1 success.
1 success. That's enough. You are wearing the uniform. They just sort of assume you know where you're supposed to be. And Madame Prudence is in her office. You assume she's not here right now, so you manage to make your way through the door of towards the staff quarters, and you see actually Madame Prudence's office door to your right. To the left is the staircase up. And you find your way to the rest of the group. You're all together. Yay!
Hooray! I mean, hooray!
Marquis, there you are. Where have you been?
I gesture to the outfit doing a job, apparently. So what
Probably
the hell is going on?
than any of this. We are trying to find, well, the item we discussed before, the chart or map or whatever it is.
Okay.
We may have been a little loud just now, so we really should be very quiet.
Yeah, that's why I came up.
Oh no, were we that loud?
Just a little,
Yeah.
but I was at least listening. Hopefully no one else was.
So we basically have three options: the Madame's room, the servant dormitory, or another location. I personally vote the servant dormitory. I don't know about any of you.
Yeah, on my way up, I did go by the madam's office. Was the door closed?
Yep.
The door was closed, so she could be in there. I don't think they told me if there was any guards patrolling up to the dormitories, but I can at least keep a path in case anyone starts coming that way if you all go up there.
Should we stick together or should we split up?
I mean,
Well,
there's only one staircase, so
Yeah.
there's only so much you can do.
I have to keep the appearance of a guard, but I will create a distraction if need be, if things go bad. You know the whistles, you know the signs. Taught you
You
all
would
well.
I mean, if we all go
You would have
through the
been told that there
dormitory.
is. You would have been told that there is, in fact, at least one guard by the dormitories, just to make sure that people aren't stealing from each other.
All right,
So
then
there
I
is
would
a guard
relay
up
that.
there.
Yeah, and I would say
Maybe-
like there is someone up there watching. So
Maybe you could relieve them of that watch and take over instead.
Ooh, I am a great talker. Sure, why not?
We can try it.
I kind of look at Martine's like, well, you're dressed like one of the girls right now.
That's true. I could talk to them, and we both could talk. It'd be the more distracting, and you can relieve them. And
Yeah, I could be escorting you up because you would have reason to go up there, you know, drop stuff off, whatever. Do the
Exactly.
switch. Well, if they're confused about what's going on, they'll be like, okay, I'll go on break or whatever.
And then everyone else can go search. The three of you would probably at least find quicker whether or not the stuff is, in the dorm. Does that sound like a plan, everyone?
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
If you can find me some dry clothes, that'd be great.
That could be why you're going up there. You got to get dry clothes.
Exactly.
I will keep an eye out for you. I don't have
Yeah.
much to offer. Mabel is wearing absolutely boys' clothes. They're also kind of oily and gross, but you get the sense that that might be intended as a form of protection.
Okay, so what I'm getting is Marquis and Martine are going to talk their way in, and the other three are sneaking behind,
Yes.
hiding.
Yep.
I think
All right. I think everyone make your checks at difficulty 1.
so. Great.
Can I
So-
use my stealth focus?
Yes.
I would also like to use a self-focus.
I was gonna say, so
Yes.
do we wait until Marquis and Martine make theirs first, though? Because they're kind of the lead-in for us getting in.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, I think I'll be boldly talking since I'm kind of like semi-flirting and everything. So
Okay.
uh,
So there's a guard. You get up the stairs. There is a guard sitting on a chair at the top of the stairs. He looks tired. He does look at Martine in, kind of like, why are you wet? And then decide, you can see on his face that he's like, I'm not asking any questions. And he just sort of sits there, and as soon as he sees Marquis, he sits up a little bit straighter and tries to look more awake. Evening.
It's just, man, some of the clients, they can be so wild down in the baths just because, it's all slippery down there and everything. I hope you're doing okay. Like, to the tired guard. Like, can't believe I already have to change. It's not even half day yet. And I'm also just like giving like a little bit of a wink and smile. And yeah, I will roll now. I got 1 success.
And Marquis?
Yeah. So just coming up with my usual always tired but whatever face, coming over like, all right, let's just keep moving. You can go take a break now. It's fine. That's why I'm up here. Get out. Just being bold about it.
Make your roll.
Oof.
Oof. He waves Martine along. Just not really interested in asking questions.
Yeah.
For Marquis, he sort of looks you up and down and just goes, I don't know you. I haven't seen you here before. Who are you?
Madam just hired me. But if you don't want your break, fine. And I just start walking away.
Make another roll.
Alright.
Same
Should
one.
I use momentum?
Go for it. Do it.
Yeah,
It's there to
use
spend.
momentum.
Please. Do it.
Yeah.
You can spend
I'll
one
use-
momentum to add a die to your pool.
Yeah,
I'll go
do
that
it.
way.
Let's generate 3 complications.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yay!
3 successes!
Yay!
Yeah.
So you immediately gain back the momentum you spent, +1. We
The
are at
threat of
4
losing
momentum.
a break always works.
It really does. This
It
guy needs some
does.
coffee.
When he was already tired, he just go, wait. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm tired. Okay, I haven't seen your
You know
face before. I have to be careful.
No, I get it. We're in the same business. It's fine. It's good. Get out of here, kid. And I just take a seat.
And he just sort of trudges down the stairs tiredly and not really paying attention. Now you roll your stealth checks, also a difficulty 1, because he's already a bit distracted.
I'm gonna move as quietly as I possibly can. Can I add my stealth focus, please?
Yes.
Thank you very much. I got 2 successes.
That was 2 successes.
Vieira?
2 successes. I got a 3 and a 4.
Was I
okay.
muted this whole
Ooh.
time, guys?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
So you're at full momentum at 6.
Yay!
You all did really well. He's tired, he's distracted, he thinks his shift is over, so he's just trudging down the stairs, not really paying attention. I am going to add 1 box to the alert track because his shift isn't actually over. When he gets downstairs, people are going to notice. But not immediately. So, well done. You
We have
all
to get this man
up.
fired.
You're getting at least 2 people fired, probably.
No, these
We're
poor
terrible people.
It's okay. It's fine. We're gonna get treasure.
It's just life in Dunwall. It's fine.
Yeah.
It is really just life in Dunwall.
I mean, it's up to you how good of a person you want to be in this world. So if you
Mabel
don't
has
mind
not
getting people
directly
fired, then you don't.
influenced. Mabel has not directly influenced any of this. We will not talk about this any further. I'm kidding.
So you get up to the third floor. It is just a hallway with a bunch of rooms, and only now you're up here it occurs to you that it's not just the servants, it's also the sex workers who have rooms here, which you notice because they have nameplates on their rooms. And their rooms are just slightly bigger than the servants' rooms. You don't know what they look like on the inside because all the doors are closed. You see Briar's name tag on one of the doors. You see Rose, and you see Chrysanthemum. Yes, they're all named after flowers.
Yeah.
Rhymes with
You
flower.
you see Heather and a couple others.
What other Heathers, GM?
So
Okay.
it'll make sense that I'll go to my nameplate and search there. It'd be nice if it was there, but I doubt it. We need to be so lucky and just like, all right, let's just search quickly, yeah, and such.
Okay, you go into Briar's room. It looks pretty comfy. It's not huge, but it's pretty comfy. It's not as like what's the word? Expensive as all the fabrics and stuff that are out in the actual brothel, but it's not a straw mat on the floor. It's an actual bed with cotton sheets and a clean wash basin and stuff. The basic necessities you would need to have a fairly comfortable room if you needed to stay here. Make a study check of some sort to see if you can find any clues. Anyone who's in there can make a study
Alright.
check.
Make a study check too then.
I would like to join that,
Difficulty
Yes.
2.
as I'm going to quietly rifle through all sorts of stuff. Can I use stealth for this again?
No, because you're not really trying to move quietly. You're trying to find something.
Can
Okay,
I use
then I
momentum
will
and buy
use
myself?
cleverly instead.
Can I use
Sorry, you're
momentum?
muted. Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi.
Yes. There we go. Yes.
Loud
there
and
we go.
clear.
Can I use momentum to buy myself a die?
Oh,
Oh, I have a crit and a complication.
Oh man.
I have 2 successes, 1 crit.
wow.
I only have 1 success.
Oh, you spent a momentum and you get it right back. So momentum stays at 6. Then we have successes and a complication. All right. So you don't find directly what you think might be a map or a chart in Briar's room. But you do find a note. You do the whole it's like a notebook, and you do the whole using a pencil to
Oh yeah.
to
You guys,
get the imprint from the
yeah,
previous
you
page.
guys see like pull out some gloves and some carbon paper, and like, this is practice. Like, this is her daily shit.
And you see mention of Rose, and that Rose is probably going to be coming into some money, and Briar asking Rose for some of that money. And I'm going to say that you decided to head over to Rose's room because the complication is you open the door, Rose is sitting right there.
Uh-oh.
You didn't hear anything, so you thought it was empty, and Rose is right there, and she's like, "Who the fuck are you people?"
People that are not looking for issues, just information.
Can I shoot her?
Before that happens, I would like to cleverly to make a clever a clever talk check to try and convince her, using negotiate to try and convince her, like, if you just chill and play along, nothing has to happen here.
Okay.
And just because we have so much momentum, I am going to use some momentum. I'm going to use momentum to buy an extra die.
Okay. If everyone's okay with that.
Yep, absolutely.
All right.
Right. So that's folks rating of 3 dice in the pool. That is almost two. That is almost two complications for the stream. There, that is an 18, a 19, and an 8. So that is one success. GM.
I forgot to say the difficulty. I'm sorry. It is difficulty.
yeah.
It was difficulty 2.
No.
Can I shoot her?
Do you want to make your life really fucking difficult? Then yeah, sure.
I'm
I
just
mean,
really
how-
gonna shoot somebody.
How many of those, alert boxes could possibly get filled?
Can
Yeah.
I, seeing as Viera has pulled her gun, can I just push the gun back in the holster?
She is. Rose is starting to freak out. I have added another box to the alert track.
See, this
Fair
really
enough.
got a shooter.
She's seeing these strange people standing in her doorway. She has no fucking clue what's happening.
This is what happens when we don't have the marquee.
Yeah, I was
Marquee next to
standing guard, so now I'm hearing all this. I'm like, oh god damn it. I start
Where's
walking
our
around.
dad?
What's going on up here?
Well, do you respond to Marquis?
Yeah, I am not wasting any more time on this. I'm just gonna start rifling through her stuff because trying to converse with this person is not gonna help anymore. I don't think.
we have a situation where there's
I will
someone
warn
here.
you. I warn you, if you try to do that, you are going to generate chaos.
Okay, then maybe not.
I have to warn you every time you guys do something that might generate chaos. So here we are.
Can I try to distract Pharaohs? I would like to go over and I would like to, take her by the hand and kind of flip her around so that she's not facing the rest of the group. And I kind of just want to be a bit flirtatious and be like, can I just say you're the most beautiful girl I've seen all evening?
Make a talk forcefully check.
Talk forcefully. Okay, is there a chance of me adding my negotiation focus?
Not really.
Okay, cool. I thought I'd just ask just in case. Can I use a momentum team?
Go
Thank you
ahead.
very much. I will use a momentum.
Go for it. Create more complications like me.
To add a dice.
Marquis, are you doing anything besides just going, what's going on here?
I gotta play the guard role, so I'm walking over. I'll take note of the nameplates. Like, Rose, everything okay? And then, seeing the others in the door, I'm just, hard staring at, WTF.
There you go. 3 successes. You generate another momentum.
Yeah, I'm so charming.
She at first is just like, ugh, I've heard this a million times from literally every client. But there's something about Saber not looking like, the rich, not very nice people that mostly come here. That just sort of disarms her a little bit, and with Marquis just being there as a guard, she's just sort of a little bit more like, oh, there's a guard here. This must be okay. So she just sort of she doesn't really go for the flirty bit, but she is like, oh well, thank you. It's very nice. Well, why are you in my room?
Well, I actually wanted to ask you a few questions. You see, I really love all of your outfits, and I just want to know where you got them from. And I just wanted to talk about how you did your hair. It's so pretty. How did you manage to do that? Who's your stylist? And I'm desperately trying to be distracting.
She sort of looks at you and just sort of goes, I don't think you're really here to ask about my stylist, are you? And she
Cute.
looks everyone up and down and she's like, why are you actually here in my room?
We want your treasure.
And she sort of pauses for a moment and she's like, wait, what?
Not like
Oh,
They mean treasure. It's not like the innuendo for your like treasure,
No,
but
we
treasure.
are-
you're here
not-
for the
we are
map.
not
Why didn't you just say so?
You did not exactly. Well, oh no. Okay,
You fucking burst into my room. What was I
I
supposed
mean,
to think?
yeah, I guess
Please
it
excuse
was
We
us.
weren't
Well-
expecting you to actually be here. We thought you would actually be a diligent worker and be out there.
Okay, you don't have to
That's
roast
not
her
fair.
while.
Also, you don't work here, lady. I don't know who you are, but you're not Briar.
Well, thank you for the glorious host. We are looking for the map, actually.
Do you have money?
Possibly.
I mean, money right now to pay me with?
Sure, I can
have a
give you 50
gun.
gold.
Okay, you were all talking at once. I don't,
Sorry.
I heard 50 gold in there somewhere.
Yeah, because I presume this treasure is worth way, way more than that. So I'm like,
yeah.
I can give you 50 gold. It'll be a little wet, but
50 gold and 5%.
Sounds like a deal to me.
Yeah,
That
sounds
seems
fair.
like a fair price.
Now, what are your names? Who are you?
Marble.
As she's like starts rifling through her drawers, still keeping an eye on all of you.
Marble.
Saber.
Marble's friend.
Yeah, names create complications. Don't worry about it.
Oh, you're one of them. Okay. Well, good job
But
on
yeah,
the guard
as she's
disguise.
rifling, I will hand her the 50 gold that I have, and it's in a soggy bag.
Oh, well, it's coins, so it does. Thankfully,
The
it doesn't
bag
matter
itself
that
is soggy, though.
much. Yeah. And she sort of takes it, doesn't seem to mind the water that much. Like empties out the bag onto her bed to count the coins. And then she does something at her desk and produces a map. A rolled up scroll of paper that, if you
Hooray.
unroll it, is a map. It's you know, you
I-
probably should
I
you know, roll it
immediately
up to
make-
keep it in your pocket, but it's a map. You have a map.
Sorry, GM, I interrupted you.
That's all right.
I immediately start making a copy.
Okay.
Using my carbon paper. I'm immediately gonna copy this.
You look at it and you're like, this is going to take you a few hours.
Ah, damn. Never mind. I make a copy of the giant place where the X is. That specific little area.
Well, it's not really a map with an X.
No, fair enough. Sorry.
It's a little more complicated, but you don't really have time to study it here. You take a look at it and you go, oh, this looks complicated, and
Okay.
All right,
it's
I
gonna
think
take
we
a
all
while. You
should
might want to
go.
leave before.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's grab this. Get out.
Yeah.
Yep, we are leaving.
We'll be back with your 5%.
Yep.
Rose will actually walk down the steps with you and show you the back servant's entrance to get out of the building.
Oh my god, Rose MVP.
Because she doesn't want to get in trouble for you being in her room either. So she's like,
Mhm.
okay, get the fuck out, get the fuck out, get the fuck out, bye.
Can
We're
I
all
toss
in
her
this
another gold real
together.
quick? Can I roll her another? Can I toss her another gold real quick?
Sure.
I toss
She's
her
very
another gold.
happy. 50 gold is basically like a month's pay, so she's pretty happy. Um,
All right,
She
y'all owe me 5
also,
gold each after this is done.
she will also give you the warning that there were multiple copies of the map, but she sold one to the Bottle Street Gang, Slackjaw. And Marquis, you would know that Bottle Street Gang rules the distillery district and has ties to the Golden Cat. They have had since the plague. So you're not the only ones going out looking for this thing.
It seems like we might get some rough and tumble then.
Yep.
We may actually run into someone for you to shoot.
Let's not shoot anybody. Yes.
If you see them about to shoot first, you get to them first.
And if you would all like to make one last stealth check for me, please, and move quietly.
Absolutely.
Would I like
difficulty
to?
difficulty 1 to get out without causing any more ruckus.
Okay, good. I only got one.
This is move quietly.
Yes. You only need 1 success.
Cool. There's a reason why I wasn't sneaking.
Oh, Marquis, no. Oh, but we have a
So-
crit.
3 successes. Woo.
Everyone but Marquis makes their way out fairly quietly.
Marquis still has a
Marquis
jump.
makes a bunch of noise going down the stairs, and but with everyone else and Rose hustling you down the stairs, you manage to round the corner just as Madame Prudence is opening the door to check what the noise was. So you still manage to get out without causing too much problems.
Hooray!
And there you go, you did it.
Yay!
Hey, this is you just hear one of you just hears Mabel muttering quietly, "Oh, this is why I do stealth missions alone," or something like that.
It was a flawless victory.
Nothing went wrong.
Nothing went wrong. It was as perfect as it could have gone.
So, you have a map.
We do. What does it look like?
It looks like there's 2 sides. It folds open. The backside is empty, but it folds open, and there's a couple of sections. There's one that appears to be the blueprint of a house, a very fancy house, 4 stories, 5 stories. A very, very fancy house. And if you would like to learn more, I would like anyone who wants to make a study roll.
I am absolutely making a clever study roll, trying to figure out
At
whatever
difficulty 2.
Okay. Can I? Okay, that doesn't. Let's see. I got a crit.
Engineering would apply if anyone has that.
With society, well, I already got a crit. Never mind.
I also got a crit.
Hey.
We are critting. We have so much momentum, guys. We really need to spend more momentum.
We need to do it.
Oh, speaking of which, it does go down by 1.
Damn.
Okay. I'm guessing it's just Mabel and Viera then?
I'm just physical stuff, so brains
Alright.
are all on them.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't think I'm gonna bring much to the table.
All right, so you see the blueprints of a house, a very fancy house, and with some kind of references to where a big fancy safe room was going to be placed. And then on the next section, you see a blueprint of the safe. It looks kind of complicated. It looks like a complicated puzzle lock.
I hand that over
Uh,
to Viera. Oh wait, it's all one map.
Tinkering.
Never mind.
It's a one piece of paper, yes.
I pointed out
Uh,
specifically to Viera.
A puzzle lock.
And Viera recognizes that the lock is probably the work of Kiran Jindosh, who is a fantastic inventor from Karnaka, who is very good at making very complicated locks. And you won't really know how it applies until you actually physically get to the lock. But you now have a blueprint of the safe and a blueprint of the house and the address. The address is, in the middle of the flooded district. The former Red Shore Financial District, which is still flooded after the
no.
waterworks failed during the plague because there weren't enough people to keep it up. It may not be surprising that those people were some of the first to pass from the plague.
I hope you
no.
didn't get too used to being dry there, Martine.
I would like everyone to make some kind of study check. Doesn't really matter what, just to figure out like a route to get there.
It's 2 successes.
Whatever you think might apply. 2 successes, okay?
Two successes.
Okay.
The quickest route.
2 successes. 1 success. Okay. And another 1 success. Okay. Marquis and Martine, those names are a mouthful.
Eminem, yeah.
Eminem figure out
Yes.
their minds go straight to the most obvious way across, which is to find a boat and go along the flooded streets to try and get there. But the rest of you are like, well, that might be the quickest, most obvious way, but it's also the most dangerous. Because literally everyone will see you coming. Anyone who's up in the buildings, anyone who's watching, anyone who's on guard will see you coming. There are weepers, there are rats, and there are hagfish in the water. While you're in the boat, those are not so much of a problem, but should you happen to fall in the water, they're essentially piranhas. You figure out there's 3 main ways you could go. There's the obvious way I just described, going street level along the water. It's the fastest, also the most dangerous, the most chance for running into people and getting into a fight. There's the rooftop route, which is the probably the most complicated to navigate, but also probably the safest, the least likely to run into anyone else or anything else. But it's more difficult to navigate. And then there's the middle route where you go through the collapsed buildings and through various apartments, which is sort of a mix of both. And it is up to you how you decide to do that.
Well, I always prefer the rooftops.
Mabel is actually, I agree on this one. I think it might be nice to just quietly make our way there and not attract any more attention than we already have.
We're bonding. We agree.
You have a
on.
point.
Yeah. Saber has a point.
I think I looked over at Vera. I was like, "Can you climb? Okay, you had a tumble earlier. I heard."
Well, if we have rope and somebody's willing to help me up, then I should be fine.
I mean,
We
I
can
am
do
all
it.
for the rooftops. As Saber, you know, I'm the best of both of either of us. But we do have a
mean-
team to help along. So
I agree mostly. I slightly disagree with who is the best, but I can at least agree we can help everybody.
This is not a race between us. It is now become a race between us and Slackjaw.
I didn't even consider that I could turn this into a race.
That
we
was
got
not.
that in their head now.
We could totally
We're
turn this into a race.
We're racing Slackjaw. Remember that. We're racing Slackjaw, not each other.
What
we
if
can
I
do
just
both.
race Martine?
We are not racing each other. We're racing Slackjaw. How about we go?
Oh, okay. And then I'll lean into Martine and say, but it is a race, though.
Martine just nods.
Marquis, you would be familiar with Slackjaw's operations.
Mhm.
He wouldn't be going himself. He would have sent people to go. But they're probably one of the most successful gangs in the city. So he has the pick of whoever he wants to send. And they will be ruthless. They will not hesitate to kill you if they see you. You also know, most of you have heard of rumors of another gang that actually lives in the flooded district called the Whalers. So named because they wear the gas masks that whalers do when they are butchering whales for their oil, because that stuff gets noxious. You don't know if that's true, if they're still there, but that is like a thing you have all heard of.
Alright. So, complications is we know Slackjaw has pick of top standard ruthless people to just send out. So we're not
Yes.
just dealing with a random street gang. It's like
And
a gang.
and if you would like to make some kind of study check to figure out to remember more about the whalers, I can give you more information.
All right, I'll do that.
Absolutely. Have I either been hired or negotiated with the waiters before? Just out of curiosity, DM.
Probably not. No.
All right.
They're very
Closed.
self-reliant.
Yay,
Okay.
2 successes.
And Viera?
0 successes.
No successes, but no complications.
Oh, sorry, I
Okay.
misread. 2 successes.
So, despite the fact that you've never been hired by them, you like to find information. And Marquis, you have talked to City Watch who have dealt with them before. The whalers are real, and they're weird. Rumors have it they have some kind of connection to the outsider. They disappear like shadows, which is why, largely, they're assassins. And Marquis in particular would know that they were involved in the assassination of Empress Jessamine.
Yeah, so this is just real bad situation all around. I was thinking maybe we could convince whalers to track down the other gang, because we're not technically a gang, but assassins are
But neither of you have ever had personal connections to them, so you have no idea if what you've been told is actually true or just guards complaining.
Yeah.
And usually when that's the case, it's a bit of a grab bag, but I also can imagine that they are more on the side of that story. So I still vote we do this quietly.
Yeah, going with and getting back to indeed the 3 routes. The street route, both gangs, if they had anybody on watch, would easily see you coming. It is not subtle because anyone up in the buildings looking down at the street will see you coming. There's not really anywhere to take shelter because it's all flooded, unless you want to get in the water, which I don't recommend. So your safest bet, if you want to avoid getting into fights, is either the difficult to navigate rooftops or risking going through the buildings. There's more risk of running into them there, but less than if you're street level.
Mabel votes rooftops.
Saber also votes rooftop.
Yeah,
Of course, rooftop.
sounds like our best route, but we'll have to really watch out and make sure we get everyone through.
Okay, so it sounds like everyone is voting for rooftops. So I'm going to make a track that is 12 segments long. You will have challenges to overcome to get to where you need to go. Those challenges will fill the track. And
Bring us closer together as a team.
Yeah.
let's hope.
Skills challenge, skills challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
For a game that's very movement based, I sure picked the worst mover I possibly could have.
I
It
think
makes it interesting.
we specifically just happen to have a movie team.
Well, this is why the modules split up into different parts, and you have been very in your element so far with the wealthy stuff, and now you'll be less in your element.
Well, thankfully we have 2 couriers who do a lot of free running, I hope. At least one of them, I'm aware.
And there can always be a clever solution to the problem other than jumping from one roof to another roof. So who knows?
I built a jetpack.
And on that note, we're gonna go to break. Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back. Hope you have a drink and got a little snack or a stretch, whatever you need to do. Our intrepid heroes, are about to traverse a very difficult area to get to their treasure, hopefully. There is a track, which for anyone familiar with Forged in the Dark is the same as a clock, with 12 segments on it. They will be presented with some challenges, and once they reach the end of the track, they will reach their destination. Each successful challenge you complete will fill 2 boxes. If you do exceptionally well, it might do more. If you get complications, other stuff happens. I have a a kind of alert track of 8 segments. So you all are aware. I won't say what happens when it's full, but there is an alert track. I think we're all good to go. You role played out. How do you where do you start? How do you go?
I get the rope.
Climbing gear, good, yes.
Start with the climbing gear. And set that up.
So there's a couple ways you could do this. There's getting to the nearest building, walking all the way up to the top and going from there, or trying to get into one of the what do you call them? There is you can see a rail for reference. We have a map for the players, but there's nothing happening on it. You can see a rail line that is a raised.
Yeah, like an aqueduct.
No, it's a raised track above the city streets, where they transport goods in big metal containers. You could attempt to hitch a ride on one of those if you can time it right. Or you can just climb up to a roof and start from there. Your destination is roughly here.
I think the roof, just because I know we have some people in our party that are not sure climbers, and I feel like it could go horribly wrong if we all jump on a train.
Yeah, missed jump could be bad.
Sounds pretty fatal.
Okay.
Cool.
So for reference, roughly here is where the flooding starts.
Okay.
Everything to the right of that is flooded pretty much. They are gaining terrain back. They're dredging up stuff, pumping the water out, trying to deal with all the rats and the weepers that are left. But it's a hard slog. Even after a year, they've only gone a couple blocks up. So as you get closer, the first thing that hits you is the smell. It is long-sitting, stagnant water, and
Yummy.
and also, because they had nowhere else to put the bodies for the thousands of people dying of the plague, they all kind of just got dumped here. So those are two smells that even before you actually hit the flooded area, you can smell that. It does not smell good. Are you going during the day or going at nighttime?
Ooh.
Probably like dusk, I feel
Yeah,
like.
my first instinct is also dusk.
Sunlight, and it might be bright enough to give us vision, but then dark enough that we have shadows to play with.
Okay.
I am also definitely following Martine's example and tying a kerchief around the M&Ms example.
We totally
Okay, you
purposely
go.
coordinated this.
Yeah, totally.
You go at dusk, just as the sun is starting to dip below the horizon. Words. I just completely lost my train of thought in the middle of my sentence. Yay.
No worries, that happens.
We're heading there
Fortunately-
towards dusk.
Towards yes. So you get to well before the flooding actually starts. You see there are barriers and guards, and with big signs going quarantine area, do not enter. You could that's the main street. You could try and find an alleyway around. You could try and already start going up. Yeah, there's big gates and there's big security guards, and you think you can hear the thudding of a tall boy somewhere. How would you like to get past this first challenge?
I think all of us get up first. That way we'll get a good vantage point, see where everybody is. And I look at Saber, we can probably calculate a route a little bit ahead for everybody else to make it a little easier.
Make a study check.
I will. Can I also?
Can I aid them with
You
that?
can either make your own or you could assist.
I would like to assist.
I would also like to assist.
Okay. Leader rolls first. Difficulty 2.
Could I use free running since, that's essentially what we're doing to
If
study?
you're looking for a route for yourself, yes. Looking for a route for everyone who isn't a free runner? Not really. Sorry. Okay, that's 1. Every assistant rolls 1 d20.
Do you use focuses on an assist? Or
You can use a focus, yeah. Whatever.
Can it be streetwise?
Yes, in this case, very much.
Awesome.
I rolled an assist with 0 success.
Ooh.
Pew
crit.
pew.
Yay!
Nice. We
I
got a
got a
crit.
1, which is good.
So you got enough successes. You think you can plan out a route using the climbing equipment and various like boards and detritus that's left around to sort of build a way across the first section. If you would all like to make either a move or some kind of tinker test to build a path. However you're crossing this first section.
Mabel is definitely going to carefully move across this makeshift, like, whole idea, and is also going to use stealth to try and do this quietly.
So,
Actually, I'm going to quietly move. Sorry. Can I use stealth for that, Jim?
Yes. Sierra, yes?
I wanted to work with my schematics. Oh, well, never mind. I don't need to do that.
I have 2 crits.
You do, because everyone has to cross this first section. You can use a... You got...
Sorry.
Yeah, I saw.
Sorry. Yep. So we have lots of momentum, guys.
Yes.
Use it.
Everyone needs to make either a move check or a tinker check to either cross this first bit of rope or build a sort of way across with boards and detritus.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go for it. I'm Maverick, taking the risk. Why not? Let's boldly go.
Yeah.
I was able to tinker successfully. I got 2 successes.
I
Very
got
good.
1 success.
So Marquis, you get about halfway before you just get stuck. You're like, I don't know how to cross this last bit. You're worried you're gonna fall. You're stuck.
Seeing that, can Mabel like head
I
back
think we're
a
still
little?
missing Saber.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
Before we get to
Saber.
that.
My bad.
No worries. Saber's gonna use the super sick free running skills to try and move boldly. Oh, dang it. I keep failing.
You get part of the way there, but you just misjudged the jump. And instead of landing on the roof, you land a floor below on the balcony.
This proves nothing.
You don't hurt yourself because you didn't roll a complication, but you did fall a floor down. You are now separated.
I went last. Everything got loosened. This proves nothing.
You don't see an immediate way up to the roof. The building is half collapsed. Marquis, you are stuck halfway across this gap.
Yep. Oh, jeez. All right, I can do this. I can do this. So I'm like just on the rope, like I'm not towards
You said
building
you were
or
taking the rope, I believe, right?
yeah.
You took a look down, got a little dizzy, and are just sort of hanging off the rope instead of climbing across it. You didn't fall, but you're like,
Mhm.
I don't know what to do from here. You're stuck.
All right. I'm resilient and I have lots of resolve. Do I see like a balcony or something of a building if it's just like one below that I can
Yes, you
get
see
to?
the balcony that Saber just fell onto.
Okay. And then I'll go I'll go and try and join Saber.
You can use momentum to make a roll a success, which might be useful here.
No, you can spend momentum to buy dice. I forgot to say, I am going to give every one of you a void point.
Oh, yay!
Oh,
That's
okay.
not really how this game works.
Oh,
but
it's a
I
void.
just want to
Right,
give
it's
you.
a void point that you can use to do that.
Yes, the void points you can spend. You each get one to spend on whenever you want, because you've all done really well so far, and I'm enjoying myself. So, you each get one. There is a full stack of momentum, which
Yeah.
will go down when we get to the next challenge. So,
Use it.
yeah, you can buy. You can spend one momentum to buy one d20. You can spend 3 momentum to gain 3 d20.
All right. I will spend momentum because I'm guessing this will have to be a careful move for me to get off this rope and reach Saber.
Yes.
And
You
then
have to aim your jump, more or less.
Can I assist by holding out my arms to capture the party dad?
Yeah, make a. I think this would be a fight check.
Not survive? If it's a fight, I would like to use a momentum if that is okay.
4 successes with a crit.
I'm pretty sure you
This-
can use momentum. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna forcefully hold my arms out and grab you in midair.
All right, we got this. I
So
just
you each spent a momentum, and then you got it back.
2
This
successes.
is dope. This is dope.
Sorry, for an assist, you only roll 1 die. So I'm gonna take the
Yes.
first one,
Go for it.
and that's a fail.
It's
But
a fail.
Marquis got 4 successes, so Marquis is absolutely fine. You try to like hold out your hands, but before you've even realized it, Marquis has just done a sick ass flip and landed on
Yeah.
the balcony perfectly.
I just
It
open
just
up
kind
my
of-
arms, and Marquis is just landing behind me.
pat Saber on the shoulders, like, it's all right. did you need a hug? Are you okay? Is that why your arms are out?
Yes, please.
Okay, come on. I can do pretty good hugs. I know I don't look like it. I'll just hug Saber.
Yay!
Yay, party dad.
Hugs.
You did a good job. Good job. Just
Thank you.
and I quickly let go.
Everybody else
passed-
is so mean to me.
You have passed your
okay.
first hurdle. That is 2 out of 12.
Yay!
Yay.
You carefully pick your way across the next couple of rooftops. The buildings have more or less collapsed into each other, so that's fairly easy to do. Then you reach a street where there is a tall boy. For the next bit, you're gonna have to cross the next bit without drawing his or her attention, their attention.
Teasingly, I say, Vera, I think you can shoot this one.
And I'm going to. Just
No.
because you said that,
No.
I'm going to shoot
No.
this person.
No. Can Mabel
Because you
stop
said that.
her? Can Mabel
No,
stop her?
let me do it.
No, we're
Oh,
not
no.
gonna shoot
I-
at
oh,
all.
no.
I
Oh,
have
no.
to warn you, shooting
no.
someone will generate 5 chaos.
Oh no.
Okay, I won't do it.
Okay. Can
You're still totally like, don't be. If you really want to shoot him, go ahead.
if you
It
really
will
wanted to
generate
do it.
5 chaos.
if
It's
you
fine.
really want to go for it, it would be hilarious, but also it would fuck us over.
We'll
As
get
a
you to
player,
share
I
heart
think-
soon.
As a player,
is
I
like
think it would be
Martine's-
hilarious.
That is Martine's like goal now. Is like obviously Vera needs to get some aggression out. We need to get them to shoot somebody. I'm all for it.
Not Martine. Marquis and Sable are still separated. You haven't found
Yep.
a way back up.
That's true.
So it takes you a little bit longer to get through, and you get to a window. and you are more or less eye height with the tall boy. The rest of you are up above the tall boy.
Oh no.
Can Mabel, seeing seeing the situation, basically make a like quietly study the situation and try and plan out a route that would not alert the tall boy if we do it quietly enough?
Yes.
Can I use stealth to do that? It's more of a quick than really stealthily crawling somewhere. I don't know.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Then I will just make a quiet study check.
I
Or
would
would
say a
this-
quick study check.
As
'Cause
in
you're
a
just looking
swift,
real quick.
as in a swift study
Swiftly,
check?
yes. Swiftly.
Okay. That is less that is not as good, but
At difficulty 2. I forgot to say that.
I have one success.
1 success.
And
You're
almost
looking at
crit.
this. You're looking at this precarious, like,
Tall boy
what's
mode.
that called? What's the edge of a rooftop called? I know there's a word for it.
The
Gable?
awning, I think.
Yeah,
Ease.
Leaves.
the eaves. Yeah, it's this precarious, like, eaves and like ledge around, so you don't have to jump across, but there is a bit of like shuffling along a ledge to get to the next part. You don't know if it's the quietest way, but it's the way you see.
I do share that way with the others that are near me, just because it's the way I see.
Marquis and Saber, what are you doing?
Right. Just kind of turn to Saber. Well, you're the swifter one. What do you make of the situation?
We need to stay low. It can easily spot us. So keep to the walls.
I do have a thing if we do get spotted, and you just see me like underneath my duster coat show a choke dust grenade. Like if anything goes bad, at least we can blind him for a little bit.
Okay, and then we run. We run like hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Thud, 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 as
I'm
it
gonna-
walks past the building.
Gonna stay close to the wall and try to stay hidden.
For you two, you have to make your way through the apartments, basically.
Mhm.
Some of which have windows and walls, some of which don't. They're just open to the elements. If you would make a study check for me, please.
Study.
Study swiftly, I think.
Okay.
Study swiftly.
Could I spend a void point for? Is it an instant success?
You can spend a void point to change one of your dice that you've rolled to a crit. Void
Okay.
points you can spend after the fact if you need
Then
to.
I will roll first to see if I need to. But can I spend a momentum to add a dice? Is everyone okay with that?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Study swiftly. Okay.
Uh-oh.
We may both have to spend our void point.
Could I spend a void point to change that dice that has a complication?
To a
not
crit? Yes, you
do a
can.
crit. Yeah,
that is explicitly something it lets you do. You can change any of your dice.
Yay! No
Yeah.
complications, please. Only crits.
Let's not get spotted by the tall boy.
Yeah,
shall
I would like
check.
to spend a point to not be 0 successes.
That's 2 successes each. Yay!
Well, I will say you don't need to. One
okay.
person is enough. So Saber, you hear in the next room, you hear the skittering of rats.
Oh, okay. I immediately alert Marquis to that situation. I'm like, there's rats in the next room.
Shit! I pop out my sword. All right.
You know that rats cannot climb.
We
So
need to get to higher ground.
if you go the whole floor is lava route across the furniture, you might make it across without getting bitten.
We should work together and risk it. It's the only way.
Yeah, keep on top of the furniture.
Do you want me to lead?
Yeah, see if you can find the proper footing. You know, I have a bit of a bum knee.
I'll find the way. You just stay close.
Right.
We'll both get out of this.
I mean, they could try to befriend them with a talk check, but
No friends, only jump.
Make a move check of some kind. However, you would like to move across the room, across the furniture.
I would like to be bold. I'm going to live up to my maverick outlook, and I'm going to be bold and decisive in my actions and jump with precision. Can I use my free running focus?
Yes, very
Thank
much.
you very much.
Right.
Am I also allowed to spend a point of momentum since we have ample momentum? Yes, I'm gonna. Thank you very much, team.
I'm going to move swiftly, and I'm going to use my Maverick Outlook ability, take a risk, where if I move boldly or swiftly, I can reduce the difficulty by 1.
So difficulty 1. Okay.
I got 3 successes.
There you go.
And I got 2.
And you get the momentum
Yay!
back. see how quickly that goes?
Yep.
We did it.
So you both make your way across the room with the rats. You see they do try to get at you, but they can't really climb the cabinets and things, so they just sort of squeak and skitter. And that noise covers your moving across the room. And you can hear above you can hear the others. And we will cut back to the rest now. How are you getting across this ledge?
Mabel is
I
looking
think-
kind of insecure.
I think I looked towards Vera because I had noticed how they had used like their ability, like their contraption tinkering stuff to get through. I'm like, maybe can you come up with something that would be, that could fling us?
Yeah, I probably have I think I have a blueprint for it in my notebook, and I'm going to use my inventor skill, which is my personal notes, and whatever the difficulty is going to be, I reduce it by 1.
Are you making something to fling you across or something else?
Yes, I'm going to tinker forcefully.
Okay, so that reduces the difficulty from a 3 down to a 2.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that was...
And you can spend a momentum or your void point.
Oh, I'll spend a momentum. Add a d20. Alright, that was a 11, a 4, and a 15. And my difficulty was 12. Okay,
and is the 4 a crit? Are you using your...
Oh, shoot, I have focuses.
Yes, you do.
None of my focuses are for that. My focuses are resilience, society, firearms, medicine. So if you want to feel better later, it'll be fine. Actually, can I spend void point to make one of those a crit.
2 successes is enough. You reduce the difficulty, so you're good. So you, even with the very scarce supplies and things that are here, you manage to build a kind of slingshot using just like old drapery and some wooden boards and stuff that you anchor. It looks like scuffed as heck, but it works. I would like each of you to make a, gosh, what would this even be? Move quickly at difficulty 1.
I feel like
And-
isn't it move move forcefully?
Move forcefully, yeah, I guess so. And Vera, you can roll a d20 to assist every single person because
okay.
Yes, please.
because your thing is like the reason they can get across this gap. If they choose to use the slingshot, you can still choose to go across the
Oh
ledge.
hell yeah! I choose to use the.
All right.
So
So
it's difficulty 1.
Vera got across 2 successes.
Very good.
Mabel got across with 1 success.
Same.
Okay.
So you all get across, flinging through the air, well above the head of the tall boy, who apparently isn't looking up. You're not making enough noise to like. It just sounds like creaking and groaning of the buildings to them. So you
And
all
gamers
get
never look
across.
up anyways.
And that is your second hurdle, and I will fill in 4 because you had 2 different hurdles to cross, and you crossed. Both teams crossed the finish line, so to say. So you have 6 segments left.
Yay!
Yeah, go teams.
We're doing it, team. We're getting that treasure.
This has been going pretty smooth.
I haven't spent any
Don't
chaos
jinx it.
points, I will point out.
I am painfully aware, GM. Thank you.
I would like to ask if Saber and Marquis are trying to get up to the roof or not, or they're just continuing where they are.
I think if we can rejoin the others, it would be preferable.
Yeah.
Okay. How would you like to do that?
Does there
Um,
seem to be like a way up now?
Make a study check.
I will assist.
Are you sure you don't want to do the study check and me assist?
I'm okay, I guess, if I can do it swiftly.
How are we studying? Could just take a quick look around.
Yeah, I think it might be a swiftly for trying to either catch up or find the party and also look for a way up.
Swift study. Okay.
Let's see.
Are we allowed to have Marquis lead the roll?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Nice.
All right.
And I shall do
2 successes.
an assist. 0 successes, but we have 2.
Okay. So Saber is still trying to be helpful,
Oh, I'm trying.
but
Can't get over the hug.
she's still too excited
very
and high
emotional.
energy to really help much. But Marquis spots there is a section of the floor above the ceiling, I guess, that has sort of fallen in. You could, if you get their attention and like get them to throw a rope down, you could very much easily get back up to the rest of them.
All right. So I point out what I see to Saber. Did you give him your rope?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Can I blow the whistle? If we've still got
Yeah,
whistles.
do the bird call.
Caw-caw!
I know you've been practicing.
Caw-caw!
Okay, so the rest of you hear Saber's whistle from somewhere below you.
I'm gonna do it back.
Caw-caw!
Okay, I'm gonna try to Marco Polo where they are.
Yeah, it takes a few minutes, but you find the hole in the floor and manage to not fall in it.
Oh, hey, y'all.
And
Hello, lad.
yeah,
Do you still have the rope?
Martine, do you have the rope?
Unfortunately, I do not have a climbing gear, so I do not have rope.
Did you give us the rope?
I think so.
We used the rope to like make a bridge across. I don't know if we recovered the rope. We did not specify that we would recover the rope.
you can if you want to.
Can
Sure,
we have
we got the
recovered the rope?
You can
Yeah, we haven't
spend
recovered the
you
rope.
can spend 2 momentum to decide that you have in fact recovered the
I am
rope.
perfectly fine with spending
Yeah.
the 2
We
with-
spent,
Yeah.
I have the
It's
rope in my hand. I'm like,
easier.
oh, it's been here the whole time, and throw down the rope.
Yay!
Hell
You
yeah.
pulled a saber.
Oh, how the turntables.
Rope of appearance. Thank you.
All
The
right.
convenient rope.
Convenient rope. It's my favorite type of rope. Next to hemp.
It's 50 feet.
Nice.
Yeah, that's definitely enough to get you up to the roof. So you're back together again. The gang's all together again.
Hooray!
All right.
And I will fill in one more track. One more box
Yay.
on the track. Then you make your way further across and you find one of the dumping spots for where the bodies are dumped. You can hear the moaning and groaning of weepers from down below. You find that you actually can't go across the rooftop for the next bit. You'll have to go 1 floor down altogether. There is a fairly easy way down. You don't know how easy it'll be to get back up once you cross the next bit, but you will have to go down. And inside the building, you can hear the moaning and groaning of weepers.
I look at Marquis like, you have ideas, right?
Well, we could try and be quiet and not get the Weeper's attention, but we don't know how far in they're in. They could be right there.
No, go for it.
Oh, say your thought.
Mabel just agrees on the be quiet, do not attract attention, and do not get near these things.
As a GM, for the players who are not, and the audience who might not be familiar, weepers are people who are so far gone to the plague that there is black goo coming out of their eyes, hence the name. They can't see very well, so they tend to rely on their hearing. If you don't make a lot of noise, you'll probably be fine, because they don't see very well.
I propose quietly. Very quiet.
Or if there's only one or two, you could fight them. Up to you.
Get Viera something to shoot.
Yeah. Here I can shoot, I
first-
can stab.
You'll have to make study checks to see if you can tell how many there are.
I would like to make a study check to see if I can tell how many they are and how far away they are.
Same.
Okay.
Can I do that cleverly?
Yes.
No, I don't really have a focus that applies here.
That's a bad fail. That's a really bad fail.
And I got double crits!
Yeah, I got a 20.
Okay.
So we have 2 crits and a consequence.
So, Mabel, you figure out there's probably only one. They are directly in your path, though. Right at that moment, Viera trips and just falls right into the room. With
Oh
the
no!
Reaper.
Can I? It's not necessarily like a mechanics thing, but can I spend a momentum to try and catch her in that moment? Catch them, sorry. No, her. Catch her in that moment.
It's going to be a very difficult, I guess, fight check to essentially grapple.
Can I try?
You can try.
Okay? Is everybody okay with me spending momentum to try this?
It's difficulty 3.
A fight check, you said, right?
Essentially, you're trying to grapple her to prevent her from falling. Yes.
Can I do that quiet? To try and not make too much noise.
Yes, I'll say yes. You can try.
Can I use stealth?
Can I fight you quietly?
Yes, you can use.
Yay! That helps a lot. Okay, let's see here. Be nice to me, dice. I am going to take a void point and turn that 17 into a crit.
Okay. You barely, just about, manage to grab Viera before she falls and tumbles down the brick wall. And just like pull her back, and you both just sort of land on the floor, on the roof still.
I think.
See, I told you can catch me.
I don't know if I were to take that as a compliment or an insult.
All right. So we just got the one in there?
I think so, yes. It is in our path, though.
And we still want to be quiet in case there's others around that could be attracted, right?
That's
I
my
shoot it
suggestion.
quietly?
This will be a move quietly, yes. And this is an opposed test.
Ooh, exciting.
I get to roll something.
Finally, is this your first I did see you roll something on the screen, but
Yes, that was for the tall boy. This is for the
all right.
Secret rolls.
yes.
And
you
any
can use
of
stealth
my
for this, right?
stuff help me.
Now I can't tell you the difficulty because I can't tell you how much they rolled.
So we're moving quietly.
Yes.
I have 3 successes.
Oh, I'm gonna be so screwed. Okay. I got 1 success and 1 fail.
I also got 1 success.
And I got 1 success.
Okay. So Mabel, everyone got 1 success except Mabel, right?
I got 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So Mabel makes her way across without so much as a pebble, rolling from her feet, moving across the floor. The rest of you move fairly quietly, but it seems, unfortunately, that the Weeper still hears most of you and turns
No.
towards you. They're not very fast.
I
Let's
Let
Go
go
me
for
away.
it,
shoot it.
Sierra. No, go
Yes!
for it.
think it might be time.
Finally!
Yes!
I'm gonna shoot this. Okay, can I have a momentum for an extra die?
Go for it.
Yeah,
You
pew
deserve
pew.
this.
Yeah.
This is my time to shine.
That is a
Let's
fight
go.
check.
That's a nat 1!
Yeah! That's wait.
Nice.
You got a 20 or not one as in you got the crit?
No, nat 1 like it's a 1-1.
Yes!
That one is good.
Woo!
That one is good.
What's the damage on your gun?
That's a good question. I should have looked that up. Should have looked that up. That's on me.
No worries.
Is it a pistol, a rifle?
It's a pistol.
Pistol does 4.
4. Okay.
Nice.
1 second.
It's not the damage that counts, it's how you use it.
So you rolled 1 crit.
Yes.
Okay. 2 successes. So you just, having been blue-balled this entire time, you finally get to fire this gun. And you don't kill it instantly, but you blow a big chunk off of its torso at close range. It's looking pretty like it's about to fall over, but it's not quite dead yet.
Yeah, can I dart in and come in with my sword?
What are each of your swiftly scores?
Mine swiftly is 6.
Swiftly
5.
6.
Okay, you're all faster than it is, so go ahead.
All right. So I will do my sword. I will use my fencing ability or focus. So I'll put it at 3. And yeah, I guess I'm being swift. All right. Form check.
Well, you can be any combat. Swiftly was just to determine initiative, essentially.
Then I'll do boldly because that will give me best chances.
All right.
All
So you
right.
just go right up in its face and try to hit it.
Oh, I didn't do my rating. Ah,
There you go.
so good though. 2 successes. Yay.
How much damage does your sword do?
Sword does 3.
3. Let me see if he dodges. He does not. So you just go right up in his face and chop its head off.
Yay! Precious
And
violence.
I gain 2 chaos.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because combat, that's how it works.
Combat, we got loud. It's fine. Let's move quickly though.
It's fine. I
that
gotta
is the
shoot something. I'm happy.
That is the next 2 boxes done. One more challenge to go. I will say the challenge is you actually find the building. It is indeed a formerly very wealthy looking apartment. This was the financial district after all, and this person definitely looked like they had a very, very wealthy life. There are, in fact, a few floors of the building still above the waterline. The problem is you will have to cross the water to get there.
All right. Do we see any debris or loosened
study.
doors?
Can they fit 2 people?
So we haven't used this mechanic a lot, but I want to try to see if I can. Can I make a truth of there being a floating carriage to spot? Like, how would that work?
When you do that with momentum, I believe you have to do it based on a roll that you just made. Otherwise,
Okay.
you'd have to spend a void point.
Well, I do have a void point, so I'll spend the void point.
And what would you like to do?
Essentially, because we have to get across this water, is to find a floating carriage, so that we could just use that to get across.
So, like a makeshift boat.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, you can do that. So you find the thing. Someone is going to have to row it. So I suggest you assign a leader and get everyone to assist. This will be a move forcefully, I think. By
Mabel proposes Marquis.
I'm also proposing Marquis.
Yeah, I can do it. I got it. It's fine.
Thank you.
We trust Marquis.
everyone who
bad
assists,
choice.
roll a d20.
Right.
1d20.
1d20, yes, with
Sorry.
whatever, however you're assisting. Roll that skill and style, but 1d20.
So you said it's a move.
Move forcefully for the leader. Yes.
Can
So-
I study? Can I study either swiftly or cleverly to like try and guide them to?
That can be your assist. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
because-
assisting. Oh, sorry.
So because it's forcefully, my take a risk from my outlook. How many times can we use the outlook? Is it once per? Or whenever.
Let me see. Which outlook did you have?
So I have Maverick, and my ability is take a risk. So when I make a skill check with bold, forcefully, or swiftly, I can reduce the difficulty by 1. Offside, a 19 is the critical fail instead of just a 20.
Let's see. Where is it? Maverick. Okay, if you do so, you suffer a complication for any dice that rolls 19 or 20. Yeah, so you can do it anytime.
Okay, perfect.
Just
Then
nobody
I
roll
will-
any 19s or 20s.
Nobody?
Yeah.
Nobody roll 19 or 20. Yep.
Wow.
Assistance, complications count.
I got a success for also moving forcefully.
Okay.
I got a success for studying cleverly to try and guide
Okay.
them through this.
So that's
Yeah, and I
3
got 1
successes.
success.
I see. How many successes did you get, Vera?
1. We're only.
1.
I thought for assistance we only roll 1.
Yes. You only roll 1 dice. Okay, nobody rolled a 19 or 20,
No.
so no complications. You rolled 1 more success than you needed.
Sweet.
So, Marquis basically grabs a big stick and like uses it like a gondola to like more or less push the boat across the water. And Vieira has actually, in a rare display of deciding to do a physical thing, decided to also grab a stick and help, with Mabel leading them and Martine also helping with another stick under Marquis' attentive directions. You managed to get all the way across to the building. You made it.
Yay! We did it! We got him!
Yeah.
The real treasure was the friends you made along the way.
And also the treasure.
Well, you
Most
have to find that
treasure.
first. You are in the building. You have the blueprints. The blueprints do not tell you where the safe room is, because then it wouldn't be a safe room, would it? But you can make a study check to see if you can figure out.
Absolutely cleverly studying this. Can I use a momentum, guys, to add a die to that?
Yes.
So study cleverly. Is that what we're doing? Study cleverly, or
Any
kind of
style, just however
Right.
you're studying to figure out.
I
where
am
the
tearing
cool
everything apart. I'm just going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Nox,
study
would it be okay if
forcefully.
I add a momentum to my roll?
Yeah, go ahead. That's 2 successes for me.
Oh, it was so close to being a crit. I have 1 success.
1 success.
It was this
and
close.
Viera?
2 successes.
So Mabel's trying to be clever, but Viera is like, no. We're just knocking on the walls. We're just figuring out where the secret wall is. And you do. You knock on the walls and you find the wall that doesn't sound hollow. And here's the part where there would have been a puzzle had we had time, but there is no time. So I would like you to make a tinker check to get this complicated lock open. Anyone can assist, if you can specify how you're assisting.
Wait, to tinker forcefully.
Having studied the like blueprints of the room, can I make a clever tinker check to try and help with this?
Yep.
Also, I got a crit.
Anyone who
Can I brawl the safe?
I would try and slam on it to brute force it, yeah? To assist with 1 die.
Oh, sorry.
Martine is just being lookout, like, just vibing, like, no, I trust y'all to do this part.
I'm sorry, GM. I keep accidentally rolling assist with 2 dice. Do you want me to re-roll that?
No, I just take the first one. You got a success.
Okay, great.
I would like to assist with moral support anytime it looks like anyone is, losing momentum. I just want to be like, you got this. Yeah, you can do it. Oh, I don't know what you're doing, but it looks like you're doing it.
All right, make a talk check.
Yeah, it worked.
1 die.
1 die, awesome.
And I succeeded on punching this safe.
I got a success.
So I crit, and I'm just like shaking this thing forcefully, trying to tinker with it, and you just punch.
Yeah.
Well, you were
It's like a TV.
No, Viera was the leader, so Viera is tinkering with this very well-crafted lock that has these little rotating bits where you have to solve the puzzle. But at a moment it looks like they kind of get stuck because it's been in here for a while. It's dusty, it's gross, it's covered in grime. But then at the exact right moment, Marquis punches the door, dislodging what was stuck, so Viera can keep going. With Saber's encouragement, giving you more determination, and Mabel helping you by like pointing out little bits and pieces, you manage to get the safe room door open.
Yay!
There is a lot of loot in here. There's paintings, there's vases, there's perfumes, there's gold bars, there's and at the very end of the room there is a weird little shrine thing with purple fabric hanging around it.
Study check the hell out of that. What's that?
Yep. Same.
Can I swiftly study that real quick? Would that be a threat to us in any way?
That is 1 success for me.
GM, can I do that real quick?
What?
Make a swift study check to see if that alternate thing would be a threat in any way. Oh no. It is now. I suffered a complication. And a success.
So you both succeeded. You know this is an outsider shrine. They are very illegal. But Mabel, as you get closer, you start to hear a humming in your bones.
In my bones, like a
Yep.
like a resonating headset.
Yep. Like a
Oh, Mabel-
resonating speaker. You can
Yeah,
feel it droning in your chest.
Mabel just turns very green because, like me, she gets very nauseous with like those bone resonating headphones. I cannot stand those, so I'm just applying that. She is just gonna
And
turn
the
real
closer you
green.
get to it, the louder the humming gets.
I am also gonna point that out to the rest of the party.
Is Vera fine?
Vera's fine. You didn't roll any complications and you succeeded. You know this is an outsider shrine. Presumably whoever this was praying to the outsider for whatever reason. And you guess that they probably have runes or bone charms around, which is how a lot of people it's small magic, essentially. But for Mabel, you feel like maybe you might have drawn someone's attention.
Maple is going to try and quietly like just become really small and not attract any more attention, and especially not come any closer to the shrine at all. She's just gonna basically sit on the floor for a second and sit right there.
But if you point that out, that this is an outsider shrine, all of you know the outsider's magic is real. This could give you power if you want it. If you find the runes and bone charms, if you go to the shrine, it might do something. You don't know. Getting back to the loot, before you decide to do that, so you have some minute to think about it. With your various expertises, you can figure out that the loot in here is worth about 5,000 coin each.
Whoa!
So, yeah.
I don't need magic. I have the magic of money.
I think
I
Mabel
think-
needs the magic of anti-nausea medication.
I think like as as Martine like takes off their mask and like uses that to like, collect like, some of the gold, some of the stuff that's in here, they keep looking over at the shrine because they are a danger addict. And what's more dangerous and awesome than having anything to do with the outsider? And so they're slowly like inching their way, like, could be interesting. Not that they want power, they just like the danger aspect. It's like, if I had power, I don't need gold, right? Because you always need gold. The gold will eventually go up, but power won't go out, right? And they're just like, yeah, it's kind of scuffling that way.
Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah, Marquis just kind of keeps glancing over that direction, thinking more of, if I had this power before, I could have prevented the situation that got me here in the first place. So maybe if I had the power for the future, I could prevent other future such tragedies. And so just sort of collecting up my chunk, but I am like slowly starting to inch closer thinking about it.
Okay. Anyone else?
So the outsider is the one that brought the plague, right?
No. The outsider is essentially God and Satan all at once.
What the fuck?
The outsider is power in general.
So the Dishonored universe really only has one deity, and it is the outsider. There's only ever one. But they don't. Every time they get involved, shit happens. the last time they got involved with stuff, Jessamine was executed and murdered, and the coup happened. Whenever they get involved with anyone, big stuff happens, either good or bad, which is why I say God and Satan all at once, because they seem to be kind of impartial. They can make good stuff happen, they can make bad stuff happen, depending on who you believe. The overseers definitely believe he's the devil and the cause of all evil in the world, as if people aren't perfectly capable of creating evil on their own. People who worship the outsider know that he's much more than that. He's not just this evil thing. So there's only one deity, and it's him.
Okay, that's a lot. I mean, I think Vera is a little conflicted because she knows that, there's no guarantee that if she gets involved, good things will happen. But there's also, like, what better way to help people than to get this power and use it?
Mm-hmm.
So she's
With
kind
money.
of torn. Vera was rich. She doesn't care about money. One person in the group is like, yeah, money, whatever, it's fine.
All right. So 3 of you are going closer. The other two are not.
No.
Mabel is intimidated.
Yeah, Vera will do it. Vera will go closer.
Okay. You find a bone charm. And let me see if I can find a fun one.
Congrats, those are rare.
Where is Vera? Let's see.
Wonder if it's going to be, some sort of magic that will help with your shooting.
Do you pick it up? When you pick it up?
Who specifically?
Vera. She was the first to say she was going to get one. Are you picking it up?
I can't read your expression.
The curse of the VTuber model.
Odds or evens?
Heads.
Odds or evens?
Tails.
Thank you for my... yeah, she's gonna pick it up.
Okay.
Watch Vera die.
You pick you pick it up. And you dang it. I had a good one now. I can't think of. Oh yeah, there it is. You pick it up and you hear an otherworldly tune starting to sort of in the back of your mind.
Okay.
That's it. You hear an otherworldly tune in the back of your mind.
Okay, so I'm just a human jukebox?
No one else hears it. No one else hears it. Just you.
Seeing that Vera didn't go get vaporized or anything like that, I think I look at Marquis and just like, yeah?
Yeah, let's see if there's any else.
And yeah, go forward to grab. If there's anything to grab.
You each find one. And let me find the fun ones for each of you.
I am just sharing a glance with Saber.
Saber doesn't mind this. Saber's just like, you know what? I'm too dumb to have that sort of power. I'm gonna have money instead. I can do a lot less damage.
The thing is, Mabel looks tempted, but every time she looks over to that fucking shrine, she just turns more green.
Bones
So
reverberate.
for
Bone
let's
noise.
let's go in order. Marquis,
Hmm.
you you pick one up and it produces a drumming sound.
Hmm.
And it makes you feel it makes your heart rate go up a little bit. Just a little.
Oh God.
As you feel more energized.
Oh, I thought I was having a heart attack. Okay, I'm fine. Whew.
We're getting like a band together here. We've got like a song. We've got like vibrating bones.
I mean, you'll all notice that when you get closer to them, they're like everyone can hear. There's a very slight hum from each of the bone charms. And then we had Martine. You had the carriage, right?
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, these are so fun. You when you grab yours, you feel more daring and decisive. Let's see, who else did we have? Did Saber pick one up?
No.
Okay. So the three of you each have a bone charm. You don't know what it does yet. And that's where we're going to call it. You have your loot. You have your bone charms. Yay!
Dun, dun, dun.
I am the bone charm. Yay!
Yay! Sorry,
We did it.
a bit more
We
overtime than I
survived.
thought we were going to, but you did it!
We did it! We
Woo!
hyped it, the thing! Yay!
And we're not giving
We ruined
Rose
at least
her
2 people's
5%.
lives. Woo.
I'm going to punch Vera. I'm not.
We have no idea what these things do.
Nope.
Next time.
Part 2 of the one shot.
I can tell you after the session if you want, but your characters
Yeah.
don't know what they do.
Fun stuff. Thank you, GM. That was great. GG's.
Yeah, I hope we have time, a little bit of time still to do everyone's outros. Now, plug your pluggables, say what you're up to. Let's start with Nox.
Okay, good, because I do have to go. Hi, everybody. My name is Nox. You can find me on social media at Noxternal_7 on all the social medias, and you can catch me in 2 hours on Girls Run These Worlds for Regency Remixed, where my character is a meddling fairy who just doesn't want to deal with her own life and forces her human mentee to deal with their own stuff. It's absolutely great. I love it. And then on Friday, tomorrow, oh my gosh, tomorrow, it's the finale for a show I'm in called Gently on the Wind, using the Valor system. Again, it's on Girls Run These Worlds, and it's a magical girl system. I'm very sad that it's ending. It's sponsored by Valorous Games, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next week, I get a break. But you should follow me on social media because I'm going to have a casting call out soon for an all-disabled, neurodivergent, and chronically ill table in a zombie apocalypse. So, yeah.
Natalie.
Hey everybody, I'm Natalie, and I was playing Marquis. You can find me most places on the internet. Ghost Candle on Twitter and Instagram. Ghostly Candle on Twitch and YouTube. Primarily an artist when I am not being a tabletop performer. Tuesday nights, I'm usually over on the Elixia 5e campaign on Zealzaddy. And when I'm out there, I do solo games on my own channel, which is lots of fun. And I'm going to be in a bunch of stuff coming up from Girls Run These Worlds and other groups like Nerds with Dice. So be on the lookout for where you'll spot me lurking in the streams and all that. Yeah.
All right, awesome. Dungeon.
Hello, I am Dungeon. I was playing Saber, and I have a new comic book out right now. It's Dungeon Delves Volume 2. It's an entire book about being a dungeon master or GM and the shenanigans that brings. It's 80 short comics all together in a book, and you can find that on my Ko-fi page. You can also follow me on Twitter under Delves Daily, Instagram under Dungeon Delves, and all sorts of other places. I do art streams on Twitch every Sunday morning, 10 a.m., currently BST time zones.
Cool. Day?
Hello everyone, I am Day or Katja, and I played Mabel today. Usually I am a visual artist, general nerd, fantasy enthusiast, and biology and speculative ecology and evolution interested. You can find me doodling through my setting Lanjari, D&D 5e, over on my Instagram, Twitter, preferably Tumblr nowadays. And I do whatever. I would also like to give a quick shout out to everybody behind the scenes who has worked really hard to keep this game up and running. Thanks, even through all our technical critical failures. So thank you so much to everybody behind the scenes. We know you're there. Thank you so much.
All right. Last but certainly not least, Diana.
Hola, as I go by Diana Moon online, I use she, her pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at Diana Moon or on Twitch and YouTube as XDianaMoonX. You can find me next Wednesday on Girls Wednesdays World, Session 3 of Afterlife Nexus, which is a really good game about being dead and figuring out who you were and whether or not you can move on or not. It's been pretty interesting. I play a Corsair there. And I'm also part of an all POC RPG table. We've moved recently from I Need Diverse Games to Nerdgasm Noir, the Reclaimers. You can also find us on Twitter at the Reclaimers or Reclaimers RPG. I always get it mixed up. But yes, and I had been playing Martine, a Corsair, or not a Corsair, a courier, who likes danger way too much and is now got a bone charm that will feed it. So we'll see if we ever have a sequel.
All right, and then it's up to me, I guess. Hi, everybody. I'm Nev, the Never Squid, at the Never Squid on all the social medias. I do mean all of them, even though I don't use most of them very much. I am an artist, a VTuber, TTRPG performer, producer, moderator, general all-around internet person. I'm around Girls from These Worlds. I'm on Roll for Good, which is a charity channel that we just finished our amazing charity weekend raising money for ILGA. We will be doing another charity event in October for a Halloween shenanigans, so come check in for that. I am now on Hoard of Tales too, which is excellent. And to give kudos to Blaine or Caro, our lovely producer for today, dealing with all the technical issues and all this stuff. Love you very much, and thank you very much for having me on this first session of the Women in Gaming event. Woo! I will be back here as a player on the 16th for the Shiver game with Millie the GM. Hope to see you there. Have a good evening, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching.